Hi, I'm Rob from Popzine. Thanks for joining me live on YouTube, or probably after the fact, because nobody's going to watch it live, I'm sure. But thanks for tuning in. Friday night hangout. We've clearly got nothing better to do, so why not it's like going down the pub when you live like hundreds of miles away from each other. So as you can see, joined by Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews.
You.
From Jaco Beer.
Hello.
And Titus. Peter.
Oh. Hello.
You're like a shadow of your former self.
Yeah, I'm always in the shadow of someone. I don't know where that came from. But...
Oh, maybe just hanging around. Maybe he's got a very tall family. I don't know.
Probably.
That's off. Kind of Verdant Howl. It's the last one, which is a sad occasion. I bought a load more Verdant beer today. I mean, I've got to keep a certain amount in at all times. But yeah, Howl, which is one of my beers of the year so far. It's absolutely stonking. Anyway, both Peter and Jake have just recorded reviews. So who wants to go first? Tell us what you're drinking.
Well, I'll get my painful experience over and done with. Just looking into a Dr. Thirsties from Witchwood. And it's not bad, but I remember it being actually a hell of a lot nicer. It's a bit too sharp. It's slightly metallic, and there's like a big citric acid sort of kick to it. So what you want in a beer, pretty much.
Citric acid. Ooh, the burn.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's. I used to really enjoy this beer, but revisiting it now, it's just it's a bit too sort of like got a spiciness to it, which if you're having it with like a curry or something, I suppose those elements will cut through the spice of a curry or whatever. But just it's inoffensive. It's got some slightly odd flavors to it, but yeah. So I've still got all of that to drink.
Is that I've never heard of that.
Is it Dr. Thirsty's number 4 as well? And they start off with number 4 and they just don't have a 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 5. Yeah, number 4. Yeah. Why?
Genius.
I've just reviewed the new Beavertown Verdant collab. What's it called? Shut Up and Play the Hits. Double IPA.
I bought a can of that today as well.
It's good, but I'd probably leave it a couple of weeks. It's got a bit of that sort of greenness to it. I brought a couple of cans, so I'm gonna leave one. Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, everything else was nice about it. It's got an okay mouthfeel. That could be a bit thicker. I said in the review, it's definitely like a Beavertown beer. It's got the Beavertown quality to it. It's that unquantifiable thing where you know it's a Beavertown beer. It's not a Verdant beer, other than being sort of ultra hazy. But yeah, it's good. But I reckon it because I mean it was brewed. It was canned 8 days ago. So it needs. I think it needs another couple of weeks on it, maybe. So and see how it is then.
Oddly. And as it happens, I do have a Verdant sticker which says "Hopes fade fast."
Yeah.
How ironic, eh? Harry, have you got out?
Well, back to fucking reality. Back down to earth with a bump. We've got a mild from Banks's.
Banks's?
So yeah,
mild.
Banks is mild. Yeah, just because I'm up with my parents, I looked in the fridge last week when I was up here, and I was like, all the carling that I bought at Christmas was that left. I didn't really fancy any of it, so last week I think I brought some beers down with me, and then I bought some beers on the way home. I've got a whole case of my own brewery beers, which I might jump onto. But alternatively, there is mild, and I mean, as much as I have a massive soft spot for mild, it's shit. this is really shit. It's like it's not even like it's like a ruby sort of mild rather than being like a nice dark mild. And there's nothing really much to it. It's kind of like it's just it's my thorough examination of it.
brown and twiggy.
It's very twiggy, very twiggy. But sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes
my nipples erect. Sign me up.
Them twigs.
Just funny you say that you've got a bottled mild. I mean, has it happened? I got a DM from the iconic Chad's Beer Reviews. He's doing like his BJCP, and he was seeing if I could send him over some kind of bottled, like traditional styles and stuff. And I was like, fucking bottled milds, really, at the moment.
You don't see it around. I mean, that's why we're brewing one, because it's a dying style, and you can do decent stuff with it. But it's always got the name of it's a mild behind it, and it's got just all the sort of stigmatism behind a mild of all the shit that was always pulled back into it, and as a result, it's sometimes they're quite hard to sell. So you'll probably find that it won't be described as or labelled as a mild. It may be something like a light porter or something that's a lines we're going down with things, but it will have all the characteristics of a mild. I'm trying to think what Hobson's do one. Hobson's in fact. Eric came over. When Eric came over, he had yesterday. I treated him to a half of a mild, Hobson's mild. But I think the best one I've ever had was Holden's Black Country mild, which I reviewed over Christmas, which probably only gone up about a week ago, or more. But that was just a real solid example of how you can decently do mild without being overly creative.
It was Rudgate Ruby Mild was the one point in history he won champion beer of Great Britain. So that was in bottles for a while. And I don't work a million miles away from where they're based. I never see it. I never see it anymore. Yeah, I was just thinking this is quite an interesting start to the live chat, and that's why we've viewing things are actually going up. It's like, right, they're all talking about mild, brilliant. Let's all tune in.
Mild and twigs.
Yeah. Just thinking, there's Sarah Hughes. There's Sarah Hughes Ruby Mild, which is a good one.
Sarah Hughes.
Yeah. Sarah Hughes Ruby Mild, which is a black country base, sort of black country base. I tried to get a cask of it for a festival last year, and it's a 6% mild, which is just not a mild, but it's been they've been selling it for years and years. But it's one of the best beers to come out of the Midlands in the past 20, 30 years in terms of a traditional beer. It's pretty damn decent. But I'm fairly sure they bottle that, but it's really damn hard to find. Probably just
I remember years ago, Marble did a version of that.
Oh, okay. No, it's a classic beer. Yeah,
that must be before they. It was always seen as quite a historical recipe, so I don't know if it might not have been the main brewing it at that point. So I don't know, but yeah, I remember that being a thing and drinking it at the Rat and Ratchet in Huddersfield.
Oh yeah, what a pub! What a pub!
Cracking pub. Well, we'll be taking Paul there, no doubt, when he's over. After visiting the Star.
Rat and Ratchet in its name, so I'm sure he'll be up for that.
It's really good, actually. I mean, primarily cask. I mean, they've maybe got about mainly kind of lager, a couple of their own. Brew pub in basement. Cracking stuff. But I mean, for me, mild. It was Ram Tam from. That's always been the winner, the top one for me.
Okay. I don't think I've had that. I don't think I've seen that, actually.
Yeah, maybe not one that travels quite as far. In fact, and what's the other one? Yeah, just they're dark mild. I mean, that's one what you'll see around pubs in this way. Peter, you said you were down down the club earlier, drinking mild and playing it.
Playing darts and snooker. Yeah, with all of 5 people in the pub. But,
so did you have mild? Did you drink mild?
I had a couple of pints of mild and a pint of. Accidentally, they gave me a pint of what's it called? It was something. It was something extra cold. But they had a lot of beers with extra cold on there. I mean, I didn't even know that. I think even Carlsberg have Carlsberg extra cold, which I was like, no thanks. But
is there a Carlsberg cold? So is there a Carlsberg cold, and then you can get the extra cold?
just different levels of coldness.
And then Carlsberg's like influenza
Carlsberg.
I can't remember what it was, and it was something. I'm sure it was Tetley's.
What was your mild?
Tetley's. The mild. Oh my god, I can't remember what it was called. I think it's brewed by Heineken though. It's because I had that extra cold, which wasn't too bad. It was really creamy, but it was it had like this golden ale sort of thing going on with it, so it was a little bit odd. But drinking experience wasn't bad. But then I can't remember what it. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But that was good. But the last pint that I had, I think he just put a new. The keg he was using was just about to kick, or he just put a new one on, because it was just like giving loads of foam for like the first like couple of glasses, and then he gave me a glass, and then there's like half a glass where the beer was just slowly appearing through the combination. He just said, "Before I throw this away, do you want this as well?" I was like, "Okay then." So I don't. They like had 2 completely different textures, so it was weird. So I might get the shits afterwards, but
I used to find that when I used to go to there was a Thwaites pub. Well, it still is a Thwaites pub, but it turned from being the shit pub to a nice pub ish. And I used to find I always used to have dark smooth, which is basically a mild, and I always used to have that. And then every single time I went there, it tasted different, and it was always the same beer. But it was just like because I'd had it at different ages and different serving through the keg, and it was just sometimes it was lovely and creamy, and then sometimes it was going like a little bit biscuity and tasting like their other beers. And I think line cleaning was kept to a minimum.
Right, yeah.
It was pretty rank.
Jake, have you got any mild tales for us?
I've got loads of mild tales, but don't know any about beer. I'm trying to think the last mild I had.
Something that's mildly interesting.
Mildly.
That's what most of my stories are. People just go, oh yeah, and that's it. But I think the last mild I had was from Muirhouse Brewery from Derby.
Okay,
because they actually do actually bring a lot of beer down here, because they do like cask trades with lots of like the little breweries around here. So you do actually see it quite a lot, and that was good. That was a dark mild, and it was almost bordering on sort of porter. It was like it had like a big like coffee kick to it. It was decent. Like thinking about it. I did a review of it actually, but I don't think I posted it because it's a bit like noisy in the background. You can't really hear it. It's like a minute long as well, and the brewer was like standing like behind me. I think he was earwigging. So like I just felt like going, what the fuck is this? Slamming it on the floor. That was a bit of a weird one, so I don't think I posted it, but it was good. But a lot of their beers are named after like Elvis or like bottom references. As in the comedy, not
sure.
assholes.
The link there. Like Elvis. And I really like the bottom. That's my brewery name. Return to sender and like disgraceful and answer something. I don't know. Make your own bottom theme name beers up. That's what I encourage all of our viewers to do. Right? Send them in. Send in your bottom theme. Actually, yeah, for the 7 people who watch us, go on the comments. So you better do it. So send us your bottom themed. Beer names, because and I'm going to defer to my my colleagues for their preferred bottom themed beer names. putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I know. It's got to think of quotes from bottom now.
There you go. Yeah. Who did Mike from the young ones playing bottom? I'm sure I think his character had a strange name.
Yeah, Dave Hedgehog.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be something in there.
That's got to be a best bitter. Dave Hedgehog's best bitter.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Hedgehog surprise. And there was the big fella.
Spud gun.
Spud. Oh, come on now! I'm telling you, we're onto something here.
Yeah.
We're going to lease the rights to kind of like various bottom themed beer names. We're going to fucking kill it. In America, where they have these kind of nostalgia brands for like PBR and stuff like that, we're going to have kind of nostalgia brands based on 80s and 90s TV comedies. Think about it. It's going to be good. Think about the Christmas market. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah. Those Christmas free packs.
Something based on Dad's Army, maybe.
Yeah.
Only Fools and Horses.
Well, I know
from the 1970s.
Pig and Porter have named a beer Purest Green, and what was the other one? I think it was like Flanders Pigeon Murderer or something like that. So it's all like Blackadder references. But I don't think all of their beers are Blackadder themed.
Oh, right.
But the thing is, Flanders Pigeon Murderer was like a stout or something. That should have been like a Flemish red or something like that. It should they missed a trick there.
Who did that?
Pig and Porter.
Oh, did Pig and Porter do that as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a good
Yeah,
name.
that's a good name for it.
I think it was and Purest Green as well. And they did a tribute to the bloke who used to present the Old Grey Whistle Test.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whispering Bob.
Nice.
It's good beer actually. Kind of like American IPA. Nice stuff. I've got some comments. There's a lot of people saying hello. There's Carl's vlog. He says hi there. And
Hi there, Carl.
Stain one. That's what you're drinking. Well, if you didn't catch the start, we can go through them. But then we've got Wolfjord. I love you. And
there you go.
That's nice. That's lovely to know. I mean, it's nice to be loved. Thank you very much. And then Helge from Norway. I think he's from Norway. So a long time to get Simon into Norway under the
legally, I hope.
Yes, I'm not sure about that.
Like cargo.
Anyway, he says, "Cheers, lads. How are you doing?" And then my favourite one, which is, he said, "I miss Craig's face, sad face."
You'll do.
I didn't think about it until you just brought it up.
That's just you.
Sad face. There you go. We can all pretend to be Craig a little bit of the evening, and hopefully,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yes, I got another comment from. Sorry, it's when people have got crazy. So once again, Set Stain says drinking Lost at Seas by Michaela San Diego. Ooh, he's got his ticket for Hop City. Very good. Everybody got the tickets from Hop City in my esteemed panel.
I got mine.
What day are you going?
Friday afternoon, Saturday day.
I've got a Saturday day ticket. I ain't sorted out. Might try and wangle a trade ticket for the afternoon on Friday. Rory, Rory Lee's coming up for that. It should be cool to meet Rory after all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, says having a Slovakian IPA. Can't even say the name. You'd probably do a better job than me. Holmes just put, I'm drinking putty. Fucking hell, Peter from the brewery earlier. Yeah, I ordered my verdant putty today. Got six cans coming. And once again, Set and Stain won Friday at Hop City. Well, give us a freebie, can't you then? Oh,
yes, you can.
you recognise his faces? They're like, hey, look who it is. Make sure you're on a really good bar. But yes. But yeah, just if for whoever was asking earlier, I'm on Peter's drinking.
Yeah, Doctor.
From terrible for witchness.
Yeah. I'm just glad I've got some McKellar after this. So
Stepping it up afterwards.
Harry's on a back as mild.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because it's delightful.
Well, technically, Peter's and I's beers are actually made at the same brewery, so.
Well, there we go.
I've got a mildly interesting bit of trivia for you. Something came up. Actually, I was looking. I was talking to somebody at work yesterday. I was looking for my old MySpace page, which does exist if you're interested in finding it. Some quality pictures of me, younger. So, what the fuck was I going to say then? MySpace.
Mildly interesting fact.
Yeah, mildly interesting
Yes.
photo.
So then I did a Google search for my name. For my name, I'm the fourth Rob Derbyshire on a Google image search, but one of them who appears before is like a production manager for Marston's.
Oh, okay.
Rob Derbyshire.
Yeah, so that's
And
why that's why all the brewers talk.
I used to play rugby. They think they're going to get a deal.
Get that Marston's deal, and they're trying to do it through Rob.
That must be why it's all dried up. So there you go. I told you it was mildly.
It was mildly interesting. We need to have a little sort of like a little bit of music and a graphic. Mildly interesting.
Like
bear that in mind as the evening goes on. Interesting is this comment what I'm just about to share. As we drink more, we'll probably think it's a lot more interesting than it actually is as well. So
oh yeah,
just to prepare people.
Did everyone see Adnam's fuck up today this week?
Oh, what was this?
no,
They did an offer that they sent out to their email subscribers for £10 off, no minimum order, just £10 off. So people were doing the bare minimum and paying postage. So they were expecting about 300 to 400 orders because that's the size of their email list. It got put on UK deals or whatever, and they had 5,000 orders, and they couldn't fulfill them. They put a blog post up saying we've messed up here, like we're really sorry. And they said we haven't run out of beer, we've run out of packaging. Like we can't send. And but they're still fulfilling every order. It's just it's going to take a while. But a brewery of that size, that's a big mess up.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just all lost money now. I mean, it would have been a lost leader exercise anyway, but they would have accounted for that for 300 to 400 people, not 5,000. Because apparently people were just ordering it, getting the £10 discount, placing another order, getting the £10 discount, placing another order.
Jesus.
So it's crazy a brewery of that size making such an error, but they could have cancelled the orders, and I think they were going to, but then I think the backlash would have been worse, so they just honoured them now. But I did laugh.
Wow.
It's just the fact they ran out of packaging to actually
But hopefully people kind of did spend a bit more than.
Yeah. I don't. I think some people did, but I think a lot of people didn't. I think since it got posted on like the UK Fast Deals or whatever that website's called, that's when people started just buying.
UK Hot Deals.
Yeah, so people that aren't probably even interested in beer just thought, well, I can get like a lot of beer here for like £3 delivery, or because Adnams delivery is like really small anyway, because I think they just do things themselves. So it's so it was quite amusing, and it was the flip flopping, the panicking afterwards that I found funny. It was like, we're going to cancel orders. Oh, actually, no, we're not.
Yeah, I bet that office environment was fun.
Yeah, I would have liked to be a fly on the wall there.
Oh yeah,
somebody might have been fired as well.
Yeah, I would assume there was some sort of repercussions. But I mean, it wasn't actually anyone's fault other than it got put on the sort of deal websites. But I mean, when you do an offer like that, you're susceptible to be putting on those websites because you can't stop people. It's not like unless you can only use that code if you're like logged in or whatever. But most of the time, websites don't do that. It's just a code, and that's it. And that's what happened to Adnams, and it's cost them. But they'll make that money back.
I see. I mean, as I was turned this on, I got a big pop up saying, "Get 50% off your." And I was like, first Michelob beer mail. That's a damn good deal, is that? I mean,
oh yeah,
£20 or something. It's some good stuff. I mean, I got a bottle of Driefontein and Eau de Gueuze, which is like a beer, so that kind of it's not a bad deal, really.
I was very impressed to get. I think for the price of just the San Diego stuff that I got in the December box, I think that was pretty much like not even covering how much I'd probably pay ordering those beers separately. Plus, for some reason, people are still clicking on that referral link, so I'm still getting that discount for a few months now. So I'm like, it's almost worth just trying to do it for that. Because you see it on, I mean, I don't agree with it, but you see it a lot on like the actual Mikella like web shop groups and stuff on Facebook. People just absolutely spamming the links in like all sorts of threads, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Well, I guess that's it. It's like, well, when you're doing it, there's a bit of an exchange there. I mean, doing a review of the beer that's on part of that group. Oh, well, if you're interested in trying this, please use this, because then I kind of like get something out of it.
Yeah.
So you're giving it a little bit of entertainment.
I suppose,
like tune into your chat, and then they're going to get some beer, which probably at a bit of a discount anyway. A nice bit of discount as well. So everybody wins, really.
Yeah, I tell you, they must be
doing it.
Yeah, they must be shifting so much beer through the beer club and the beer mails alone. I mean, of course, you do get some really fantastic stuff, especially in the beer club box. But the stuff that's on the website, like the new releases and things, I think people just buy them separately, of course. But they tell you, it's a great way to get into a brewery, just to try it once. If you don't like it, cancel it, and it's like didn't spend too much for it. And I'm glad that other breweries are doing that. Like Tuol are doing it, and so
might see if I can get like a first discount on that one. Thank you very much. Are they doing as well? 50%. Yeah. My interest. I know. I think it's not a bad deal. I think with the beer club itself, I think it's quite limited in numbers, because they had a bit of a time a couple of months back where they were saying there's like some spaces available for people. Like not giving it. It's not like fucking billions of people doing it.
Yeah.
But BML just once, and I mean, worth the money I paid. Full price for it.
Yeah. I don't. To be honest, I don't think I could do that regularly each month. the full thing. But that being said, I mean, I don't have to get these next few months the Mikhail. I can always like save it for a couple of months, sign up again for the subscription, and the links still work. So it's just good, especially as a reviewer. It's good. You get 8 beers. That's like 8 days worth of reviews, essentially. As long, if there's stuff that you've had before, you get a pretty decent beer. I mean, I've not had a bad one from them yet. Because it's like Simon said in his there's a double IPA that he reviewed.
Okay, it's just today. I ain't watched it. Yeah.
There's just that almost like a level of consistency with a brewery like Mikkeller. But I'm sure people who've drank a lot more than I have had like some pretty dodgy bottles, because every brewery, no brewery just puts out fantastic beer.
I think with those Mikkeller boxes, I think they put their cream of the crop in them as well, though, because I've had some pretty terrible Mikkeller beers.
Just really nondescript.
Yeah. I will say I'm very surprised at how many lagers that they do. They do a hell of a lot of lagers and pilsners.
Yeah, got the Rick Astley one. I've still got that upstairs.
Because my mum's a big Rick Astley fan, so they don't. We were out on. We were away on holiday in on coast somewhere, and my mum and dad don't really drink, but they'll have a shandy. While we were at the
Peter's dying.
The kind of supplies, getting the supplies.
20 miles.
4-pack of the brand lager, and it was about it were at most for a 4-pack.
That's insane. I've never tried any of the like home brand like best.
It was about. I had the shandy the day before, based with this fucking. And then I gave him with a bit of the Rick Astley beer, which is like something lager. Actually, and she's like, "Oh, this is much nicer than the other stuff." I'm thinking, yeah, like of the other stuff for the price of this one bottle.
I bought some Morrison's own brand Best Bitter versus their Value Best Bitter to see if there was any real difference. And one is 2% and the other one is 2.9%. And I can tell you that there is very little difference. You can buy you can buy a 4-pack of their basic range for 80p. 80p for 4-pack.
That is crazy.
Because but you got to think it's below the duty.
I think that's why they do it, isn't it? I think that's literally the only reason.
Yeah, I don't have to pay duty on it. So the other one is 2 points. The other one's 2.8, so bang on below duty as well. Yeah, not nice.
God, I remember at my stag do a couple of years ago, someone brought a 4-pack of that, and they got absolutely slated. And I mean, they weren't. No one else, like I was. Me and my dad, and we're probably the only ones drinking decent beer. And so everyone else was like drinking Foster's and still lay it into the person who brought a 4-pack of this.
Get from a Foster's drink.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what we got Foster's. What the hell's that? And I was just like sitting there with like my beaver towel, and like, I was like, you lot can't talk.
Regarding Foster's, there was something I loved about having Eric up yesterday. So I took him to Cotteridge Wines and then to Sturchley Wines. And Cotteridge Wines, he bought a Northern Monk, one of their patrons' projects, 10 point something. I can't remember what it was now, but it was one of their Imperial Stouts. 3 point or 1.4 was what he bought, which was like the 10% Imperial Porter or whatever it was. Anyway, so went for a walk around rest of Cotteridge, and he had a good time in there. Then we went to Sturchley Wines, and I was chatting with Tim Rowe. That's where they had the Alpha State in, which cool. I got to try this morning. And last week, Wednesday as well. But yeah, like as soon as we walk in, Eric goes, "Oh, we only see this in the big jerry cans." I was like, "What, Foster's?" And I was like, "Don't buy it. Don't buy it, because you'll see it everywhere else." Nearly bought a can of Foster's. I loved it. That was brilliant. It's like, we only see this in 1 litre cans. It was like 1 litre cans of Foster's. It sounds fucking awful.
The cans of Foster's in America are stupid. Like when I was over there in New York, when I saw them, I was like, I want to buy one, but I didn't. I was just like, there's too much good beer to try without getting one of those. I just wanted. They've got like I don't know what the green cans are. They've got like the blue cans, and then there's like green cans of Foster's.
Yeah, it's Foster's Ale apparently.
What was it?
I think I've seen Jay's done a review of it some time back.
Yeah, again, it's a big 1 litre huge can of.
I think they must get theirs actually imported from Australia or wherever, because all of our stuff is contract brewed over here, so it's shit. And I presume
I don't think they drink it.
That's the point. They don't, do they? So it must be just done over there, in some sort of factory, somewhere.
Well, didn't people who found the brewery, they were Americans? If I remember correctly, I'm sure it was like I don't know. There was some Americans involved in the company itself.
Yeah. It is just a sort of market and branding thing, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. It's one of the cliches that Australians go, no, we don't even see it over there.
Still drinking like VB and Carlton Draft.
Yeah. Castlemaine.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Oh, what a beer.
Because there's not many. Because we see a lot of like New Zealand breweries, but there's like I don't know what the scene is actually like in Australia, particularly.
I mean, of what I've looked at, there's breweries. There's lots of little breweries. There's not very many big ones. I can't remember. Was Pirate Life New Zealand? Was it? It was New Zealand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, and then Yeasty Boys also New Zealand as well. Yeah, I don't think anyone's come over here yet.
No.
But from memory, when I was looking, I was just like doing a little scan round, and there was just lots of little brew pubs, but there wasn't many like big craft breweries.
Yeah.
Then we never know.
Because is it Brewdog? Were Brewdog looking to build something in Australia, or were they looking to build something in New Zealand?
I think it was Australia.
It was Australia.
I think it was Australia.
Yeah. So there must be some sort of demand for it. For Brewdog to even consider it.
But I think from what I've heard, beer in general is just stupidly expensive in Australia.
They drink that like weird stuff.
Yeah.
They drink that. I can't remember what they call it, but like that, like weird beer, like it's like strong and like cheap.
Beer, strong, cheap.
Beer, strong beer.
It's called like Goon or something like that. My mate lived over there for a while, and he was telling me about it. I swear it's called Goon, and it's like this weird concoction that they like. I don't know if it's like a Four Loko type thing.
Oh,
a pint of Goon, please.
The name we need to copyright, isn't it?
Here you go. I've just looked up Goon, Australia's most famous drink.
Well, I know.
It is a 4-litre cask of white wine. There you go.
Cask of wine.
Yeah, apparently that's what what will the kids drink. Produced with the aid of milk, egg, nut, and fish products. What? It's getting weird. I don't trust the internet.
Is it served by a hand pull as well? Is what I want to know.
No, I think you buy it in like a big box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like cheap as hell, and you just get a big box of that and get absolutely wankered.
Jesus.
That's how it works, really.
Yeah.
We've got all sorts of comments going on here. Blah 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 blah. Blah. So, rain on your parade. Kind of had a hot bullet. Sienna IPA scene. I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, they've done that New England style, haven't they, recently?
Mm.
That must be it then. And Seth Stain says, "How's it? Outstanding. It is. It's finished now. sadly, and then and then goes a non comica. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
And then Kernow Home says, so what do you guys think the big trend style will be? Come to that in a bit. And then Cindy M says, a piece of paper is worth more than together.
Well, thank you, Cindy.
That's wonderful, isn't it? And then just puts, because she put two N's in then before. At least you're spelling correctly. And then Kernow Holmes says moron. And then Cindy M says this old men streaming their chat. And then once again corrects herself and puts there, which is H-E-I-R. Well done. Why are you fucking watching it? I think that'd be my question.
Yeah.
Craig from Kent Beer Review says, evening, soon to be non-monetized fellow beer brothers. Saw that today. I was horrified. My child will go without clothing. and then Kernow Home says, cometh the man, absolutely. And them two just start kind of like making pleasantries, which is very nice. And Craig says, the Kim's faces.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, when I get back home.
It's propaganda.
Yeah.
Propaganda portraits.
We'll have them back.
Oh. As I was just getting another beer, but I also passed this beauty that got sent to me over Christmas.
Family Christmas.
So my relative who doesn't know me that well. I'm considering reviewing it because I'm sure I'll get loads of reviews. Oh no, there's no point in getting loads of reviews now because you can't make any money out of YouTube.
Yeah, because we were raking it in before.
Oh yeah.
And then, for Harry's benefit, I also.
Oh yeah. Well, mine are cans. I saw that as well in cans. In the local office I was in. Wonderful.
Tastes like tastes like an handful of coppers.
Yeah, it's not nice.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go and check out Cindy M's channel. There's no twerking videos or try-on videos. I am not interested.
Damn you, Cindy.
And also, the old man thing's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, well, me maybe. It's fair enough, but come on. You lot aren't.
The camera adds 40 years, they say.
People have been really abusive now. So Rocker Stoker, who isn't a spam bot or anything, he said, "Is that Boris Johnson?" Johnson?
It is.
How very rude.
Oh yes, I'm deeply offended. Another reason for me to stop making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm not making money and I'm getting offended and insulted every day.
I can't click on Cindy M's profile. I have to do a search now, aren't I?
I say, Pete, at least you don't look like Jay from In Between Us.
Well, now you've said that. You shouldn't have said that, Harry. I suppose it could be worse.
I hope Cindy's still watching. She's got 48 subscribers and she's videos, which is thank you very much for your contribution to YouTube.
Yeah.
I was
it's not like it's channels like you that have caused all this trouble.
Exactly. People fucking.
And now we're down with 4p video.
But they're all just videos of Tool live. Just Tool, kind of like weird, kind of fucking weird band. Yeah.
Could never get
done.
He has he has a winery now. Well, he's had a winery for a few years now, hasn't he? The lead singer of Tool. Is that the proper word? Winery? I don't think it is.
Vineyard.
Vineyard. There we go.
Well, it depends.
Well, no, vineyard just grows the grapes. So, yeah.
Without owning the place where they're grown, I'd say probably can.
Yes. Yeah, you just buy the grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, winery.
I bet there's a lot of it going on there.
Yeah.
I think so. That's a mildly interesting fact.
Yeah.
So, Cindy, if you're still here, we went for all that. You're not really pulling your own weight, to be honest. About music and then into wine.
Yeah. So thank you for that segue, Cindy. Cindy. There we go.
Segue.
Segue. And I was EDH Pale, Simcoe, and Equinox.
Love it.
I've moved on to a Blind Raven from, is it Mobley? Mobley. Mobley. 6% coffee and vanilla porter.
Ooh. How is it?
It's a little bit thin for like a 6% porter. But it's not great. It's a little bit coppery. There's like a weird metallic edge to it. But it's
lovely.
Oh, here he is. Some of the fans are going to be happy if he actually joins.
I've seen the cans knocking around and been curious about what the shiz was.
Mm. Well, yeah, I sort of just added it on to the order just to see what it was like.
They've done some big IPAs and stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just not great. I can't remember how much that was either. Like £4 maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting a couple of their beers soon because they did anyone saw, but they did a name this beer competition.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the IPA. I named this session IPA, and I just randomly put down one of my beer names, my homebrew names, which is Man's Got Hop, and they were like, yeah, we love it, we're having it, and so they're sending me a case of their beers.
Basically, if you ever want to win a naming contest, just pick a slightly different version of a popular in a phrase.
Yeah.
You're gonna win every time. You will.
Josh Hughes from Glasshouse, he did an imperial stout called Man's Not Cold, and so there's a couple of us doing it. We all kind of released it around the same sort of time. So but yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some Mobley. Nice. I've never tried any of their beers. You don't see them about here at all. You see them online and stuff. But even with Beer Gonzo, I saw them online, and then I went in the store and they just sold out. I was like, okay, there must be some hype behind it.
I've seen them in shops around near me. They're kind of a bit sporadic when they appear, and I wasn't kind of sure about if they were any good. But they are available currently on honestbrew.co.uk. If you want to go on there and use the promotional code Good Beer Live, you can get £10 off. Seems like a good deal to me. And on that note, who my eyes deceive me. It's a well illuminated Craig Samuels.
He's looking like the Steve Jobs of craft beer reviews.
Yeah. Not just alive.
Odd job.
I've seen Craig. He's the Steve Jobs of craft beer reviews.
No, I just stick to credit card adverts and that's it, really. So, apparently.
I'm not sure what you're referencing, but just the fact that you do credit card full thing.
Yeah. No. There's an advert in America, and apparently I look like someone on it, on a plane somewhere.
Oh, that one on the plane.
You should kind of get some campaign up and running to get Craig work in
Yeah.
credit card adverts.
I never got paid. I never got paid either. So
Bastards.
You got a free airplane, Rob.
So-
So it's all good.
I'm in credit. I'm in credit. I'm drinking a mild cup of coffee at the moment. It's cooled down a bit. That's it.
Tepid, mild cup
Yeah.
of coffee.
Yeah, I'm having a few days. Well, maybe a bit longer off the beer. We'll see.
Oh my
Until-
god.
Maybe until the next show. Who knows? Thinking.
Then get absolutely
I'll share tomorrow.
wankered on the show.
That contrast, I'll share tomorrow
Very nice.
at my local bottle shop. Look at the Triangle. I've got my bottles out already. I'm going to take over Founder's Lizard of Cos, which is an bourbon barrel aged imperial stout with blueberries, vanilla, and chocolate.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds
And
beautiful.
then Sierra Nevada's 30th anniversary, one of the set of four, and that's the Grand Cru. So it's a blend of, I think, Bigfoot, something else, Pale Ale. Oh, Celebration, yeah. So Bigfoot, Celebration, and Fresh Pale Ale.
Wow.
It's 8 years old now, is that ball? So we'll see what that is.
That should be
That's
intriguing.
yeah.
I'd like to try the big film on its own. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
you don't get that over here anymore by the looks of it.
If you come up to a future bottle share that I'll do at the Triangle, I'll unsheath my 6-year vintage.
You are talking
I'll
about
big fit.
the, aren't you?
I'll big fit it up to you then. So.
They've recently just done a collaboration with Weinstefano.
Wow.
And
Really?
it's pretty much just a hoppy wheat beer, which makes sense because Sierra Nevada known for like the pale ale and Weinstefano for the Hefeweizen. So it sort of makes sense, but I can't imagine that beer being too exciting.
Fucking
Well,
hoppy
back
wheat
in
beers
the
are
day,
rare.
I don't mind them. Hopfenweisse. I remember years when I first started getting into beer. At Beer Ritz, they were a Brooklyn and collab, which is now their Hopfenweisse. That started life as a collab. Now, because they did two versions. They did a Brooklyn brew version and a German brew version. Yes, that was, and that I guess that's whatever tap number
7, something. I don't know.
Works for me. Tap 7, that'll do. That's one thing I've been eyeing up in the bottle shop is the kind of like the German section, just to the channel where it's not just me drinking Verdant and Cloudwater.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff happening in Germany, and there's a tomato beer that's just been brewed, which is a collaboration. I don't know what the base beer is, but it's caused quite a stir. It's like even on like national news in Germany now, and on like the news monitors in the subways in Berlin, and it's like, okay.
What style of beer would that be then? Is it like a Berliner Weiss or something?
I'm not too sure. I'll look that up actually. It's from Pirate Brew Berlin and Freigeist.
Oh, right.
In what context is it like tomato? Is it like fresh tomato?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
I've
Strange.
I haven't really been following it, but I'll see if I can find some information on it. But I like the idea of like tomato beer. That's not just like the American Clamato sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Acclimated Chilada. I was very drunk at the time. I'm just going to offer
I was going to say chlamydia colada. I was like, what?
If I've got a tin of tomatoes upstairs, I could get in blender and we could do it live.
Do a nice cuvee.
I've seen.
Where did you buy that, Rob?
I didn't buy it. So I was given it
I saw
from a distant
Oh yeah, I
relative.
did. Oh yeah, you remember you said no.
I saw an interesting idea of how to put flavors into already pre-existing beers, and you know those like fresh press coffee containers. You basically just put like whatever spices and fruit in the bottom, then put the thing on top, and then pour your beer in, and then pour it into a glass. And apparently, it's a really good way of getting other spices, herbs, and fruits into pre-existing beers.
Right.
Well, it's
You
kind of
get some,
like
crappy beer.
your well, you say that it's kind of like a certain. I mean, if you've heard of Randall the enamel animal, have you heard of that? It's Dogfish Head have created this kind of dispense kind of unit. And you kind of fill that up with whatever you want to kind of like flavour your beer with. And Bunderbus in Leeds had one for a while. I think they've done away with it. It probably was a bit worth, but they do kind of a lot of flavours. I mean, cause it's a Indian street food restaurant and craft beer bar. It's very good, very popular as well. Apple. And they use that for quite a while. So they put like cardamom and pineapple in it and stuff for like a pale ale. So they had a bit of fun with that. But years ago, so Ryan from San Diego Beer Vlog, when he was writing for the West Coaster magazine, he did an article about he was using Speedway because he can get Speedway for absolute peanuts. So he can get a big cafetiere, big bottle of Speedway, and he'll put in like coconut and stuff through it, and cocoa nibs and orange peel and stuff like that. So, like over there, you can buy a bottle of Speedway for like $8 or something like that. Kind of, but if you want a decent dark beer over here, fork out a bit. Unless you get like telling a few of you about that. It was really quite nice. It was really quite nice. I enjoyed it.
It's a really good milk stout, actually.
You get a couple of bottles of that and do that kind of thing. Then you have like a stout or something. That'd be quite nice.
I've not seen that down my way. That milk stout, which is bizarre.
I've seen it cask and bottle. Cask was bottle was fine.
Yeah,
but
I quite enjoyed it.
I bet it's great on cask.
Cooking on Sunday afternoon and it was cold. And I cracked it open and it was not bad.
Cool.
Either way, it's probably better than this.
Oh, it's breaking.
Oh dear.
Is it that bad, Harry?
Well, no, I'm just thinking palate cleanser really, because that mild kind of like I do have more mild.
Put some pickles in.
Pickles ready. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got some aftershave, which may make it taste nicer.
There's always a use for that.
You as well, but
well, have a nicer effect either way.
So, Carling in your own beer. I'm not sure that's a great advertisement.
No, I've got that next.
Yeah, fair enough.
Aftershave's great for bad breath.
So I've found a little description for that tomato beer if anybody's interested. It doesn't really tell you what the base beer is, but it's called Room 237, the tomato beer, and it's brewed in collaboration between Orca Brew, Pirate Brew, and Freigeist. And it's basically described as a tomato beer brewed with a total of 300 kilograms of tomato puree, spiced up with Mexican chilies, Cambodian Kampot pepper, and salt. Slightly minerally and salty, a bit smoky, and beautifully spicy peppery that finishes with fresh tomato notes.
I was trying to do like a Bloody Mary type thing.
I think it could. It sounds like that.
Sounds like one of those beautiful chelada beers that Jay does reviews of.
No,
that's gonna be shit then.
And then on looking at photos of it on Tapped, it's definitely a light beer as opposed to being like a darker beer. So it could just be.
It sounds a 90 to 100.
Yeah.
A+ most excellent.
Yeah. So it sounds interesting.
Cool.
I honestly quite enjoyed the Glamada Chilada. Fizzy tomato soup. Which sounds terrible when you think
That
about
sounds
it.
horrid. Fizzy tomato soup.
It's great. It's great
It's
warm.
like Budweiser and tomato soup.
It's great. Put it in the oven. Paul. Yeah.
Bubbling hot.
Yeah.
Delightful. I'm just going to quickly
Speaking of Budweiser.
catch up. I'm just going to quickly catch up on comment.
Okay. That was quite an insulting thing to interrupt you with, speaking of Budweiser. But haven't they released like a Radler in the UK now or something like that? It's like
They've released a 0% beer.
a 0% beer.
that's what I'm
I saw a discarded 6-pack wrapper on the streets walking home once, and it was like Budweiser, but like had orange in it as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
They might start rolling that out. They're giving away free samples of the alcohol-free
Prohibition beer
today at Sainsbury's, and I was like, I can't. I don't even want it. I don't even want. There's no in. I don't even want to try it.
Pour it in the face.
Yeah.
Have you got
I heard the
else?
woman giving the spiel, and it was like, and she was like, oh, the taste of Budweiser, but none of the alcohol. It's like, if I'm ever going to drink Budweiser, I want it to definitely be alcohol.
I need that alcohol. I need the alcohol because I'm drinking Budweiser.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm not going to get anything out of it,
I
like,
just
what
think
am I doing?
all the taste of Budweiser would put me off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, if it tastes like Budweiser, I don't want it then.
Although I will stand by the fact that I did enjoy Bud Light. I thought that was a good crusher of the beer.
I thought it was
the subject.
expensive.
Yeah.
On the subject of Bud Light, I was actually chatting to one of their reps a couple of weeks back, and randomly, and we're speaking about the possibility of them introducing Bud Light Lime to the UK, and they said, yeah, it's possible.
It's
You might
going
do
to
it.
happen.
Yeah.
That'll flood
It's
it.
going to
flood
happen.
So we can thank Harry for that.
Yeah, and Bud Light Pumpkin as well.
But we've already got.
See, I want to try
Twist.
that.
Why do we need it?
We need more.
Just twist.
I actually like
Oh,
Foster's Radler. I'm going to say it on live on air. I actually like Foster's Radler because it just tastes like a soft
I'm
drink.
gonna boot him out of this chat. You see,
Turn into a shit show.
Schöfferhofer grapefruit is nice.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful beer. I love that beer.
Schöfferhofer grapefruit. It does taste like liquidized vitamin C, children's vitamin tablets.
Yeah, yeah.
But it
Looks like it too.
does look like it. It looks like like unfortunate urine sample.
Yeah.
No, when Harry was talking about the supermarket beers at like 2 point whatever, same applies to this fucking Budweiser prohibition. Shit, what's the point? I mean, where? I mean, I'd love kind of some of the incredible kind of that we all enjoy. I would love them to alcoholic or to be lower in alcohol but still have all that flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Getting drunk is not kind of enjoy beer. I enjoy beer because of the flavors. But when you've got beers like what a fucking 2.5 and tastes like shit, or a 0% and probably all the flavor of Budweiser.
Hello?
No,
He's gone.
killed by Budweiser.
Is he coming back?
I don't know.
No. Well, we have it's left on a cliffhanger now.
Yeah.
You went, Rob.
I saw movement. Oh, there we go.
Oh, did I?
Back in the room.
Where was
Yeah,
that?
yeah. You went. I can't remember. It was quite
That'd
a bated breath.
That'd be great if he didn't freeze. He's just very good at acting.
I was
Sounds
saying,
like a
so yeah,
culinary
essentially, if you're drinking shit beer, which tastes terrible, but it's got no alcohol, what are you actually getting from that experience anymore?
Yeah.
Because if it tastes shit and it's alcoholic, you're drinking it because you want to get drunk. That's fine. Okay, if that's where you want to be. If you're drinking alcohol to enjoy the flavour, as we choose to, I just don't know who those beers are for and what purpose they have, really.
Yeah.
Is it I was in the Brewdog bar last night, and they had a huge range of beers up. They had a Nanny State, which I don't often see on. I was presented with the option of having Nanny State or I Want to Be Your Dog, and
Well,
and
I know what you go for naturally, but
yeah. Driving, I was thinking, you know what? Let's have I Want to Be Your Dog, and what a beer that was, but only a third, because anything more would have been a bad way. Yeah, but no, it's. You see them. I always find them in the cellars of pubs and everything. They just sit there and sit there and sit there and never get sold. Bitburger Drive is a good example. Green King pubs have that in, and it just never goes. It just never sells. And you look on the best before, so then they have to send them back as well.
Yeah. Well, one of the big, because obviously it's been the whole Triannuary and Dryannuary thing, and one of the big winners of that has been Big Drop Brewing, who they only brew 0.5% beers. Actually brewed to strength. They don't take anything away. They're brewed to that.
Okay.
And they actually taste like beers. I mean, they're not going to knock your socks off. They're not replacing like Omnipollo stouts or anything like that, but they're like really decent alcohol-free beers. And their actual biggest market now is Sweden, and Canada is going to be like the next like huge market, and also they're doing well here. And they actually taste pretty good because like the bloke who owns the brewery actually lives in Ipswich.
Well, Lee Russell's in the chat, so
and
locate.
But those beers are just like crazy, and you can't believe they're alcohol free. It's one of the brewers from Wild Beer Co. is who actually like brews for them.
Okay.
And they're like if you ever want like an alcohol free like an alternative to it, or like you don't want a Coke or anything, they're perfect. 'Cause they actually taste like beer. It's unreal. What they've done, like a pale, stout, lager, spiced ale. They've got a sour coming out. Like, so they're actually like brewing like good styles of beer, and they actually taste good. Because like the owner of the brewery was like an ex-lawyer, and he said all of his meetings were always in the pub. That's just the sort of like industry he was in, and he just didn't want to get hammered all the time. So that's he saw this like niche market of actually like having tasty stuff in it, and it is damn good. And I'd say that they've been the winners of Triannuary this year, because I just see their stuff everywhere. Everyone's like posting about it, so hopefully they get a little boost in sales in the UK, because at the moment it's all going to Sweden and Canada soon.
I'm guessing, assuming their stuff is like hop to high hell to get.
But it doesn't taste like
hop.
hop tea. Yeah, it doesn't taste like hop tea like Nanny State does. It's actually like quite well balanced. And like the stout's good. I mean, obviously it's quite effervescent and it's not like really full bodied, but it still tastes like a stout, and it's 0.5%. So if you see them, they're well worth just giving a go, because
I've seen them. Yeah. I've seen them in York, and off license are going.
Yeah, they're well worth it. Just as like, I mean, I wouldn't have them in my fridge, but they're well worth it just to give it a go and just be like, well, I can't believe that's alcohol free. You'd think, oh, that's just a okay pale ale. But
what's the sort of like pricing structure? Are they going around like, a lot less than beer, or?
I've to be honest, I've never actually brought a bottle. I've only been given them, so I don't actually. I've never actually
beer reviewers.
I don't actually know how much they're being sold for, but I assume it has to be around the £2.50 at the most mark. It has because more
shit ton of money there.
Yeah, because more than that, it's you wouldn't want to pay more than that for a 0.5%. Yeah. But they're definitely worth giving a go.
Yeah.
Like my next beer tasting I'm running, like we've actually got them down, like the brewer and the guy that like they're the brewery that we've got down for it. So I don't know how it's going to go, like given loads of beer drinkers like alcohol-free beer and they've paid for it. But we've got other beers afterwards. We could just give them like more of those.
Yeah, I mean, £2 to £2.50. I think there could be quite a lot of people who wouldn't pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they might not understand
but that's in a
the
pub.
ingredients and stuff.
Like that's in a pub sort of price.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like in bottle shops probably be cheaper, but it's more for that's the market they're going for, is the alternative in a pub.
So in a pub price, I saw Dairy Freak yesterday for £2 for a can
That's
of
damn
Dairy
good.
Freak in a pub. I didn't buy it. I kind of wish I did, but I was driving, so didn't really want to try too much. But yeah,
That beer is just insanely cheap.
Mm.
It's it's on Beer Hawk. It's £2.30, and like I brought like 4 cans from a local bottle shop, and that was only £2.60, and they're quite a pricey bottle shop. So when I saw it, it was like cheaper than some. Yeah, it was like cheaper than like some of the Magic Rock core range stuff that they had in.
When it first went on online shop, it was £1.80 a can on Magic Rock's online shop.
Yeah. It's mad for such a good beer. It is really such a good beer.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I love
still
it.
yet to have it. Still yet to have it.
Yeah,
I kind of wish I picked it up now.
Is there a reason why they've been selling it for so cheap compared to? Or they just thought we'll do it.
Yeah, it must have just been a cost. Like they must just looked at the cost and assessed what they could have sold it for. Maybe, I don't know.
Core range is. I mean, Magic Rock's not expensive. I mean, it's a very well priced brewery. I mean, I'll pick it up even in bottle shops for. Cannonballs are going to be most expensive, and that might be. I don't buy Cannonball that often. About £3.
Yeah, £3.20, £3.
And yeah, then like High Wire, Inhaler, Common Grounds, lower ABV stuff is probably £2.40.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean Common Grounds is fucking amazing. Inhaler's damn good as well, but I mean Common Grounds are so damn good, and it's like even in the more expensive places, £2.50 for a can of that is.
That's good, isn't it? It's a good beer.
Yeah, they don't fleece people. I bought the new sour today. I don't think that cost me much. I mean, probably if that, like £3.20 or something. That's just a limited release and stuff. So yeah, they're not ones to kind of for no good reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the most expensive one I've had was the Big Dip, the Big Dipper with Cloudwater, and I say expensive is only like £4.50, something like that. And then like
it's cheaper than what they normally are. Then sort of £5.50, £6, depending on, especially the Cloudwater.
Yeah, and that was from Behemoth, who I've noticed in Manchester they sometimes do charge a little bit more for some beers than you would expect.
Yeah, they are one of the more expensive shops around. I like those guys, but I mean they are quite an expensive shop.
Yeah,
prime real estate in it. I'm sure the rent's fucking sky high.
Oh fuck yeah. It's just like the perfect area for them to be, though.
It's a funny part of town, that I mean.
Oh yeah,
it's one of the parts. It's only one of the few parts of the country where are still quite prevalent.
Yeah, you can buy a record. You can buy records, and then cross the road, get yourself a bit of blue.
I'm now on cold brew coffee.
You mean it was brewed?
Yeah, and now it's cold.
Put it into another punk.
Cunt IPA.
It's quite a bit fruitier. This one, I seem to get different experiences with Punk IPA every time I have it.
It's so fluctuating. You're right there. Yeah. Like I had a can, and the can was squidgy as hell. It was just.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, I was like, this thing gonna be good, and it was just so like it wasn't bad, but it was just so like not such a non-event. I was drinking it. I was like, it doesn't actually like taste of anything. I was like, there's just nothing to it. That was Punk IPA. It was just a can.
Oh right. So I noticed they've slightly it's more broader black.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those newer cans. Yeah.
I nearly bought some stuff off Brewdog today because the Omnipolo collab's out. Which for anybody who's watching I Want to Be Your Dog is essentially a whiskey barrel aged version of. It pretty much is. I've had it and it's very good. It is, but it is essentially Noah in whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
It was quite tempting. It was limited one per person as well, which I thought was a bit. But it wasn't expensive. It was like £6 order, something. Not bad for.
Mine was fucking expensive. The bar. £4.95 for a third. I just had a third of it in the bar, so £4.95 a third.
I think I paid more than that. £5 or £6 for a third, I think. When I first had it.
Wow.
That was first time round, so I don't know. But yeah, so I was looking at other things, and one of the things I spotted on their website, which I clicked on. You do it all the time. All of you do it. Going on online beer shops, filling up your basket.
No.
Then
you go.
Do it.
Wait for the discount email. Yay!
I do purposely do that on Nicola Online Shop now, just so I get that. I think they're kind of like trying to cut a deal with me. You left these in your basket 10% off. I'm like, code big coming 20. Come on, you can do better than that.
It's like modern day haggling. It's what it's got to now. You just have to get nearer and nearer to the X on the corner of the screen.
I found it weird. I was getting those messages through my Facebook Messenger, just like from the Michaela web shop saying, like, is it Harry, the character they've named it, the person?
Oh yeah, the little fella.
Yeah, it's like. Harry is sad or something, because that's like the top line, and then we've noticed you've still got stuff in your checkout.
Move around
like
for a while.
Yeah.
Haggle with Harry.
Yeah.
Nice idea.
Get Hopstar.
It's on the hot day. So I'm just going to quickly go through the comments. So I don't know, leave people thinking we're not listening to it. There's some corkers.
Half are good and half are fucking don't know what they are.
Absolutely. So I'm going back to it. He says, Setterstain 1 says, Cindy is Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer. Fingernail of off Whitehead. Absolutely. And this is referring to Peter. He's a cross between Boris and Ed Sheeran. I don't know if that makes it any better.
Right, I take issue with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, that's like the cut-off point right there.
He is crap. I don't know why people like him.
I can't stand Ed Sheeran.
I missed something there. I just must miss it. What everyone else thinks.
And then Beer Bar Beyond says, any of you had the new Cloudwater Dipper, the one in the green can? Nope.
No, that's literally brand new, isn't it? And a couple of days out the brewery.
If you bought, you could have bought it and it probably got delivered today, but no, I've not seen it. I'll give it a go if I see it. Then the immortal Lee Russell. Pickle pallet. Hashtag pickle pallet. That's a shout. That's a bit of about 20 minutes ago. And Thomas McCarthy says, hi.
Hi, Thomas.
And then Lee says, you guys gonna have all. So that's all for you, Peter. And then Ruckerstoke says, sounds rank. Liam, who I think is something. The commenter, I think we've dropped on some corkers here, and they say, "Good day, alien." I only remind you that spaces
I'm Men in Black now, so.
do not exist. There are dimensions to define this reality. Rocker Stoker says M&S sell car range Magic Rock cans for £2 to £3. Millennium, who says more religious and I'm gonna leave it at that. If you really want to read that, I don't know what's going on, but there's some. If it's someone who's real, but it's kind of a bit bizarre. And the last comment from Third Millennium is devil, alien, danger, world. And that's the last comment that they make.
That sounds like something like Alan Partridge would say.
Yeah.
Ha
So there you go. We got some cracking commentators tonight. We've got some real people.
Some
the others.
classic trolls.
On Third Millennium's going on there as well.
It's
I'm
just
sure
okay,
it's more
goodbye.
entertaining than.
Yeah, it's just all like hypnosis videos.
He's gone now. He just put in the comments, okay, goodbye.
Oh. But in Asia, devil, alien, danger world.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't mean that's him. I hope he doesn't mean that's him in Asia. And now he's just got to commit a horrendous atrocity right now.
I know, now you make me feel really uncomfortable.
Don't watch the news.
Yeah.
For the next few hours.
And me. Oh dear.
Definitely silent as we wonder what Third Millennium is doing right now.
So I don't know if it's the same one, but that channel's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
I feel slightly creeped out.
Nah.
On that note, let's open a badger hopping hair.
Yeah, this will make you feel better.
Yeah.
So that's where we have comments. So we said goodbye to
crazy.
To break the awkwardness of that. Rockstoke says, "Any of you homebrew?" ?
Yep.
That one.
To expand on that, Harry.
I don't. Yes, I homebrew. where further I can go with that, but I spoke to some of the people on BrewTube about this. That and I guess so many of you know anyway, because I've bored many people about this. I am going to be doing more homebrew videos, but there's a lot of things I need to get set up before I do homebrew videos, because homebrewing in my back garden is not ideal, especially in the snow, as I did a couple of weeks back. So I'm getting slowly building a homebrew shed, and when I do that, which will be, knowing me, by the end of the year, well, hopefully sooner then, and then I'll be doing some homebrew videos. I want to do, I'm hopefully film a mild, which I'm going to be doing, of course.
Interesting. That'd be a mild.
So I'll be hopefully brewing a mild on next Saturday, and I'll try and record that and get up. I don't know if I can, but it's just a pain in the arse not having like a location, because I'm not allowed to brew inside because it stinks the house out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it smells nice. I'm not allowed to have my fermenters inside because it stinks the house out, but I think it smells nice again.
Fermenters don't smell of anything.
Apart from when you do like 10 grams per litre of like Citra. And it really, that's when it, I thought it smelled wonderful. It was absolutely lovely beer. That was the most recent smash I did, but it just didn't carb up properly, so I was a little bit pissed off. But I'll be doing videos soon enough.
That looks amazing.
What's that? The homebrew?
No, the hapless ginger shed.
Oh yeah, he's got a lovely picture of Peter on the back, which is one of my favourite sites whenever I watch Hapless.
No, did I hear my name? Am I missing?
Yeah.
Does he actually have a picture of Peter?
He does actually have a
One
picture of
frozen?
Peter on his wall.
Oh, the hapless ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I gave as a contest entry.
It's a rather
I used to
attractive
homebrew.
pit.
Not anymore. I might start again because I'm gonna try and potentially in summer do like little brew days up at the Triangle. I can't do it here with a toddler running around. It'll be fucking chaos.
Yeah.
Makes it more fun.
If I'm on my own, I'm all right. But if anybody else is there, it's like no. Because you can't. I don't know about you. I'm like really in my own head. You know, I've got a process. It's all kind of like if there's anything kind of throws me out of that. And also, if I get frustrated by something, if I can't find something, you just effing Jeff to yourself, don't you? Somebody else is there. You take it out on them. It's not a good thing. Where's this? Where have you put that? It's you. You just go, fucking hell, what did I put that thing? What am I going to do? Ruined it all. But if someone else is there, you start feeling bad.
It's the same sort of like thing that I used to have when I used to brew down here. I would brew downstairs, and then parents being parents would come and try and interfere with things and ask me how I'm doing and is this working well and whatnot. Why are the two Craigs?
There's two Craigs. Oh, one's gone.
Third millennium.
Why don't you want? Why would you want to? Enough for anyone.
But they just come and like interfere and start watching over my shoulder. What am I doing? And it's really uncomfortable. I find it when there's someone like over your shoulder. What are you putting in there? Goggles. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was real difficult here. And then when I did my little brew back home, it's like I started brewing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it went dark, and then it was just like this is fun cleaning out everything in the dark at 10 o'clock at night. Made everything really difficult. You can produce real good beers for like nothing. I mean, of course, I've got the ability to kind of access loads of hops within the brewery for very, very cheap, very, very local. I mean, I've got 10 kilos of Hallertau Blanc and 10 kilos of melon to use, which I'm going to be pumping into a saison at some point. And I'll only be using like 25, 30 grams of them, whereas, in the brewery, a lot more. But it's just a real cheap way of making loads and loads of beer. The only issue with it is you've got to make a beer that you're going to enjoy. And if you do a fuck up, the fuck up will probably have cost you like, I don't know, 13, 14 quid. But like that Brewdog one that you did, Rob, what's it called now?
Dead Metaphor.
Dead
Metaphor. Yeah, that cost me like 50 quid to get all the ingredients for it. It was quite an expensive brew. But I've actually got 2 batches of it, and one is in a barrel, being oak barrel aged,
nice.
just to see how
That's
it turns out. So that'll be ready whenever. I'm just gonna wait and I'll probably leave it a year. leave it a year because it's sitting downstairs here because I just didn't want to have it at home. So it's sitting downstairs and just waiting and aging and going nicely. I think it's originally Speyside whiskey casks. I got a pin, and that would cost me a fuck ton to get a pin of it, but it was well worth it.
Wow, exciting!
Yeah,
I'm getting 3 of you that the actual boxes are frozen up, apart from Harry. It's I don't know.
Okay, I can see everybody.
Yeah.
See me now?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's been slow this past week or so.
Moving now. It's weird. I don't know what the internet's. I mean, it seems to be okay, but speed-wise,
It's just Google Hangouts, dude. And while we're talking about homebrew, I'd like to read a couple of comments. So Rocker Stoker says, "Send the kids to the grandmas. That's what I do." Ludicrous comments. So PA Brew News.
Well,
Chimes in.
Oh,
Passage back garden. And then also goes on to say,
standard.
mine, your house will always be a bit whiffy, no matter how much linen you put on them. So there you go.
That's definitely Paul.
yeah.
It's certainly, is he at
Hashtag
work?
problems.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's not on until. Well, he said he can join until
Twilight,
our time. But yeah,
yes.
they're making a row
So
downstairs, so I'm going to carry on.
Yeah, you're in a lovely. You're in your executive office. It looks like with your Steve Jobs esque boardroom.
Just lying on a bed.
It's because you're slightly off center. That's what makes it more Steve Jobs as well. It's because you're slightly off center. It looks great. I might take a screenshot.
Yeah, it's definitely a look.
Yeah.
That's just Craig.
Yep.
When
I'm not saying nothing. So.
when the hangout glitched and there was two of Craig, I wanted to say, well, that's just them.
Wonderful. So if you were going to review any type of
Whatever.
takeaway food, what would it be? I just come out top of my head. Yeah, particular food.
I don't know if you know, but there's a new McDonald's flatbread with bacon and cheese. That'd make a great video.
Yeah, someone
Peter made his own.
Yeah, I made my own. It was really good.
He's a maverick.
It's
True, isn't it? That's homebrew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did a clone.
Yeah, clone.
Clone recipe of. So how were they, Peter?
Really nice actually. It's what you put in with the bacon and cheese. I mean, I just put a bit of sriracha sauce in there,
Oh god!
and then fried it up in butter, and it was just fantastic.
The animal. Oh,
Yeah, sounds good. The sriracha on anything is just going to make it better.
Oh yeah.
I'd put some lupulin powder in it. Just see how that goes.
Oh, I don't know.
A bit of sriracha.
Yeah. Mix in some mayonnaise. Poppy mayonnaise.
As I said, Peter, but it never really got responded to. Why was no potato waffles in there?
The potato waffle. I refuse to, first of all, reply to that ludicrous suggestion after witnessing what you've done to potato waffles. Not in that way. It's much worse.
Oh, well.
That's Harry's second channel.
But
and the apple pie.
Come on.
Unbelievable.
Great film.
So we've dropped to 4 viewers. I can't believe it. It must be the fast food.
They've all gone to McDonald's.
It doesn't work it doesn't work on a beer review channel. That's proved it.
Well, it's not for me to say.
I've actually noticed that Simon's wife's reviewing again.
Really?
On YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that 2 days in a row now. Isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
I haven't actually watched him, but I
Last
saw
one
him pop up.
was Zeitgeist from Brewdog, I think.
Oh, right. Actual beer.
Yeah.
She's had another channel doing kind of like cosmetics and stuff for quite a while, I think.
Yeah.
I must not be subscribed anymore.
Same here. I was for ages, and then I was like, well, I don't think she's been reviewing myself, because when I used to watch stuff and I wasn't reviewing them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be getting on 3 years plus ago.
I've done it for years.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, back when I first started, I think she was doing some videos. A long time ago.
Yeah.
It's not that
feels
long
like it.
ago. All right.
It feels like a long time ago.
You're telling me I'm an old man. But, fucking hell.
Don't see much of Simon's
Oh yeah.
reviews anymore.
Of what?
Chris Latey, his friend Chris Latey. Don't see much of him.
Chris-
Yeah.
No, they did the. He was part of the topless review that
Oh, yeah.
Tim did in
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah. Oh, and
Classic.
some ginger bloke. Yeah.
What I found amazing is that like Simon actually managed to find someone who was shorter than him.
Well,
It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
And he's actually not about. And he's over like 11 years old. Quite short. But Chris must be tight. I've never met Chris. But he must be small.
Well, everyone appears short to me, but yeah,
Well, that's it, isn't it?
yeah. But fucking hell, Eric is fucking as tall
See,
as me.
this is.
Eric's tall
Eric
as me.
is tall.
Yeah.
Well. 'Cause he's lost he's lost a shit ton of weight as well, hasn't he?
Excuse me.
Eric's
fan.
Eric's beer reviews. Eric Lyons fan. Whose guy came up yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one thing I'm going to be quite curious when we all gather in March. Is that obviously we've not met Peter and we've not met Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I think Peter's going to be really small. be this big giant. I'm not sure, because when I met when Ryan came over from San Diego, he was ridiculously tall. Used to be. So that was a bit like, okay, that's all right.
I want to see how Peter's hair really is that greasy or not.
I'll make sure it's this even greasier than it is now. No, it's been a common thing. Yeah,
Oh, is it
it's
just
been
a myth,
common thing
you know?
on video. Just like I shouldn't really review right now, but I'm gonna review right now. So it's just like okay.
It's on your recent was it fucking Clueless videos?
Oh yeah,
Moments.
yeah. I can't believe I used to get rid of all of those. Yeah.
No one looks quite as attractive as they ever could, apart from when they're coughing.
Oh no, it's the way to go.
I've got to catch up on some of these videos. Just,
it was a wonderful moment. What's the other bit that I commented on as well? Very entertaining. Commented.
Can't remember.
I've probably got enough for another 3 volumes worth, but just getting round to put them all together.
I watched your Golovka Imperial Stout video the other day.
I don't know what they call it in Imperial. It's just bizarre.
Well, it's Imperial for Barnsley.
That's what they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
That was
Well,
hectic.
I
I didn't. Sorry.
No, you go first. I interrupted you.
I didn't feel very comfortable reviewing that beer because it was just like I should have done it because I don't care. But it was just it was just a lot. There was a lot of people just gawping at me. People.
Just
Yeah.
Just off camera. It's just
Yeah.
Just like, are you not entertained?
It was about 2 days before New Year, and it was rammed. It was a big old place, and there must have been 200 or 300 people in there. It was stupid.
just be like, you don't know the way.
Yeah.
Don't know the way.
Yeah.
Don't know the
And
way.
then I went upstairs and done that the uprising. It was still busy, but not as many people looking at me. So that's why I went on for long. So I quite like doing no. So it's quite cool. It's just lovely.
I was just reminding myself of the bits that I really enjoyed of Peter's fucking clueless number 8. It was it was your accent, your Italian accent.
Oh yeah, the shit Italian accent.
That was quality. Absolutely, it was golden. Was that one? And then the other bit was the ending. The ending was wonderful.
Can't remember what the ending was.
I can't do it. It's just your face like this.
Oh yeah.
You can like slowly zoom in. You got a bit of music. It's absolutely wonderful.
Oh.
You like 1980s kind of quiz show music. Got a bit of guitar music. Yeah, it might be like Pro Celebrity Golf with Peter Alice or something like that. Yeah, golf highlights music.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful moment.
So,
I strongly,
see
anybody
everyone
who's watching, please
video.
go and watch that video. It's highly entertaining.
I want to see everyone do blooper compilation videos because I just know for a fact that everyone at least swears to themselves. Like, at least once. God, don't happen then when they're trying to do a beer review. Like actually as if you're talking to someone else, but you're just talking to yourself.
Oh yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
they just come out as well.
I've got a bunch of videos like stored up. I keep more, but I think they'd just be a bit. I think they're a bit boring. Probably, I don't think I quite go into it as much as you do. So yeah, I don't think I have that kind of like. I'm just kind of like chat to myself about how ridiculous the situation is. The wonderful part of Craig's bloopers are how angry he gets with himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I just remember just going. It's just like blah 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 blah. And he leans forward, turns the camera off, and it's like.
it is though. It's just it winds me up. I mean, sometimes there's multiple takes. I've done one in Portugal recently. It took me about 10 times to do it because I was getting pot because my daughter was coming in all the time. It's like there's one that I'm not going to. I'm not doing this, bro.
Completely oblivious to I think you were aware that your stream kind of like in a beautiful way just then. It was absolutely hilarious. Just went, in like a robotic manner. It was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was a wonderful moment, whether you intended it or not.
Yeah, it completely ruined your story, but it was.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was actually crying. Like that noise was mad. You have to watch it back, Craig. You have to watch it back because
I hope it caught that.
Yeah,
I hope it caught that because actually, what happens when it actually records it? It's always perfect.
yeah.
Craig will be telling the story, and then it's just us Like
Just
burst
laughing
into
for
tears.
no reason.
It's gonna look really cruel. Just start.
Wonderful moment. Would you like to repeat what you're saying? Or not?
Is he
Do it
trolling
again.
us or is he actually frozen?
Oh, he's just not sure. It's been nice.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh, that's a shame. I
Oh.
thought he was really annoyed.
Really annoyed with us. It's like, you bastard. One of my favourite.
Doppelganger again.
Yeah, needs to get the guy on the plane advert. Sit in, see if that helps. Well, one of my favourite thing of Craig's is when he just he fucks up and then he just goes twat.
Yeah.
that's one of his that should be his channel trait. It's just it's the venom that is in the word twat. It's twat.
Brilliant. Off for a piss and I'm off to get a beer. So
Well, hey.
there's some music while you're
In that order.
Yeah, just think about that for the next couple of minutes. That's what I'm doing.
Look at that pester.
I'll flush it.
Oh no! If it's yellow, let it mellow.
And if it's brown, flush it down.
Exactly. That's the rules. You've got
Yeah,
to say you're trying to save the planet one piss at a time.
I'm still fucking crying.
I know that was like kill me. I'd actually mute my microphone because it's rare. Like when you're in a hangout, that like everyone laughs at the same thing all the time because sometimes things are like disjointed. But that was a unanimous like.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I with like bloopers and stuff, like I tend to leave the bloopers in and I cut like boring stuff out. So I've never like saved up like bloopers, and if I fuck it up at the start, I tend to I never like stop recording. I just record like the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I fuck up at the start, then it gets like cut, but maybe I should like keep some because it's just so frustrating. And when I look back on it, I laugh. So maybe I should like start trying to actually keep them.
I just love watching, especially when you can relate to it, and it's like, yep.
Yeah, because I like highlighting it in my videos. Like if something like funny happens, I just love like zooming in.
Yeah,
like zooming in just on the exact moment where something funny happens. And especially if I'm doing like a live one, like people in the background when they say stuff. There's one of me and Craig at we're at the Trillium thing at Beavertown, and there's like an ice cream truck like pulls up behind us, and some bloke behind us goes, "Oh, I bet he's got dollar signs in his eyes" or something like that, and I just zoom in on his face because you can just hear it over the top of everything else, and it's just I didn't know at the time. I didn't know he said it until we like looked back till I actually watched the video.
That's much better.
Yeah, you're coming in clear now, Craig. You know,
Yeah. My laptop's
one of my all-time favourite moments is when you do that close-up of Craig.
Oh,
very reluctantly and very almost annoying. He looks kind of annoyed, going.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It's
so good.
The whatever look.
Yeah. That's because I wanted to do the like thing in every video. Sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then it's when you don't, which is when it's gold.
I don't think that's going to work. That'll do. Yeah, the laptop was not working properly. So.
Are you at home now, Craig? Then, or are you still in London?
I'm in London until Sunday evening. I'll leave for home.
You got plans to pick up any decent beers?
I want to get CBS. I know it was in Canterbury, but it'll probably be sold out by then.
Yeah, I think Bermondsey only got like 24.
Yeah.
So Canterbury probably have like 6.
Yeah, but they're gonna get it on Keg in Margate, as I said, so soon.
Jesus.
So
I know that. I
they're
think.
gonna keep posted.
Yeah, I think Liverpool were one of the first places to actually get it, because I think is it the Dead Crafty Beer Bar or something like that in Liverpool?
Mm.
I think they were one of the first people to actually have an event for it, which I thought was quite amazing, because it's still quite a small venture, really, quite a young one. But
Yeah.
it's just amazing to just see how much that has blown up everywhere, seemingly.
They must have just done a shit ton of it for us to get it on Keg and stuff. They must have done.
I think it's CBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Craig gone? There he's back.
Yeah, I had one last weekend. It's really nice. I mean, it's quite balanced in a lot of ways. I mean, it's not a lot more balanced than you'd expect. I think we've become a kind of thing you can now expect wildly over the top, but it's not. It's really balanced. It's really good. It's much better than KBS.
What's the ABV on CBS? I've only had a quick scan over my bottle. I didn't really get a chance to check it. I don't think it said on the bottle.
Is it 11.2, 11.1? Like that?
Yeah, it's 11.2 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's really nice. I mean, it is very. I can't it's expectations. But I mean, it's one of those beers. I mean, if you watch, I don't know if you watched Peter review a bit from the other day, and I think what he says is really apt. It's all about this was like a real hyped beer, a real kind of like big whale back in the day, but now expectations back then were really high for it, and maybe things have moved in a lot of ways, and so that doesn't seem quite as well.
I think
and now I guess
the
it's
hype's still there, and certainly in the States. Talking to the guys over there, it's, some places have like limited to one bottle. Other places you go in, and there's just bottles everywhere.
Well, if you want some New England style IPA, you go and buy a load off Beerhawk for like £7 a pop, and you'll be quids in.
Yeah, but I think in America they only have the 22-ounce bombers.
What, in America?
Yeah, but they didn't get the 12-ounce.
Yeah,
I think the 12-ounce for it.
Yeah, I know Paul's only got big balls.
So yeah.
I think that's a better for me. That's a better size. Is the 330s? It's a much better size for that kind of beer.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. It's worth buying.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be having mine all actually. It's not saying I'm going to buy it, but but everyone else will have drank it already, so I'll be like the.
I don't know. I might not. Depends.
Oh no.
I might bring a bottle up to Manchester if I can get the 9th off. I'll probably bring a bottle of it. Okay.
Yeah. I was bringing a couple of bottles, I think.
Bring a bottle, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I'm gonna keep mine until when Stuart comes over, which is worryingly about 2 weeks away. But yeah, so I'm gonna have do some when Stuart comes over, and so he can get a chance to try it. Because I think he was going to try and get it from Beer House, and he was saying like Beer House was going to be like a 2 or 3 hour like trip, or like was it a 3 hour round trip or 4 hour round trip for him?
Yeah,
so he
will be.
So he said he
Beer House.
Yeah. So he said like
I think like I bet Sturchley and Cotteridge will have it very soon.
Cool.
I was in there. I went to Sturchley on Wednesday and yesterday, and they didn't have it. I went to Cotteridge yesterday, and they didn't have it. So I guess it's coming in soon. But really annoyingly, I saw that they had Cotteridge got Cantillon Blue Pep 2014 in yesterday. which I
Which
don't
one?
know how they've got.
Cantillon which?
Lupep, but 2014's version.
Wow.
But I don't understand how they got an old version of it in. I don't know where they would have got it from, if they had it in the store or anything, but it's odd.
Nice as those cycle bottles that they had.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Quid. 60 quid a bottle for a cycle Imperial Stout.
I would say it'd be less than that. I mean, Cantillon's in like 20 euros a bottle for a 750.
Yeah, but it's not about that, is it? It's all about
getting over here and making night.
All the traders.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't.
For traders to share. Yeah.
That's kind of why I got so many back when I did. When I saw them for 20 euros a bottle for 750, I was like, yep, fucking jump on that.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But they had some
account of. Now we are here. Just for the information of the viewers. It's not as good as Howl, but it's very good.
I haven't seen it at all. And like Verdant's really hard to find right now. Even when I went to Costridge, it was still hard to find as well. They didn't have any at Costridge.
I think it depends on the beer. Some of it gets out, and like a week, 2 weeks later. I've not seen Track and Field yet because they released Track and Field last week, and I was like, I can't be fucking buying Verdant every week. But I got the week when Howl came out, the Garden of Narrative came out as well. So I mean, it's like fair enough. Last week it was just Track and Field, and then I think it was Light Bulb, which is new, to be honest. And then this week it was Putty. 6 cans of Putty. So
yeah,
nice.
Did that go live? Did that go live today? Was it? It went on. Yeah.
Time.
Did they sell out?
Or refresh button. Refresh. I don't need to, but
yeah.
It's the impulse.
Yeah.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Oh no, I don't get it.
Bye.
Panic.
In basket. At home now.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I know, but then it's like with Cloudwater. I'm not buying as much Cloudwater at the moment. I mean, the two that I've had today are probably the first two I've bought for a while. If you're not there producing, so okay, I'm buying 6 cans of Verdant every 2 weeks. Fair enough. It's not that.
Last time I had Cloudwater beer is the ones that Victoria bought me for Christmas, and they were like Amber Enigma and something else, and they wouldn't have necessarily been beers I would choose to buy. And I can definitely say the quality is just not there. I suppose they're not specials. I'm very, very used to just having their specials, I suppose. But you know, just with their seasonal stuff, the Amber Enigma or whatever it was, and there was like another dry hopped amber something or other. One was from the winter and one was from the summer season. And okay, they're a little bit old, but it wasn't fantastic. The ones I had. I mean, one was winter, so it would be fairly new when I had it, and then the other one, was summer, and it was just it wasn't brilliant. And then I've had some recently, and I'm like, not the quality's dropping, but it's just the seasonal core range is just not quite what I kind of expected it to be.
The collabs are brilliant. What I've had in the last month or so. Not that I've had many, but I had 2 of obviously that we've done a review on. And, I had the Jester King one, which is quite a nice pale ale.
Yeah,
really nice. Can't remember what the other one was. It's probably the mobile speaker. That was great.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, what did they do? They did a collab with somebody recently. Was it the French brewery that they've done stuff with? Montselive. Something they did with those guys recently.
Not sure.
I didn't bother with that one. Not being a say something type thing. That came out. What else was it? I really enjoyed the brown ale. brown ale was really good. But yeah, there's the two that I had today, which is a double dry hopped pale ale and a session IPA, and then the most recent session IPA, straight up IPA, was okay. But they always seem to be pale. They do a lot of small beers at the moment as well, so low ABV beers.
It's nice to see.
It was okay, better than I expected. But I kind of feel like mix it up a little bit. I mean, I know that, but you mean it's all pale. I think I should throw in a couple of dark ones a bit more often. Tropical stout, that was really
pales into significance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was at Bhutan Extravaganza, like they had like their imperial stouts and stuff on keg, and they're like amazing. But they only really do those big bomber bottles in the winter, and who's going to buy all 6?
They're still on their website. Well, not all of them, but there might be.
Like, put a couple in cans or something. Like
£71.25 for 6 bottles. Good luck. Nice, but
and they're great. They're great on keg. They're really good, but you just don't see them.
I had the 2-0 collab one just before Christmas, the Christmas cake one. Wow!
See, I don't like Christmas cake.
No, that was liquid. That was liquid Christmas cake, and it was quite thick and chewy, and it was good. Yeah,
it's one of the better ones, one of the better dark beers. But things. I was talking to some friends at we were at a beer festival last week, and one at in Leeds, which is a really good one. It's kind of a music venue. The Brunel Social Club is the place where it is. But spell it with a W. Festival, because it's brew beer. But they have bands on as well, so that was a fun day. But we were kind of like talking about those kind of weird fallacies of kind of like of beer drinkers, like, oh, it don't travel well, and because it was on the Thursday night, my mates were saying, it's pint does that one. Just all these kind of ridiculous kind of fallacies. But one of the things that I think, which is like around at the moment, is
gone again. It doesn't travel well, but it's fantastic when it got here.
Yeah. It don't travel well. I'm like, it's not fucking like 1890.
It got travel sick.
Kind of like the horse pulled. It's like, Fuller's London Pride don't travel well. I'm like, it's not coming by fucking horse, is it? Not put it on the back of a barge.
Not by the 4 horsemen.
Exactly.
I was going to say, on the subject of Fuller's, whilst you're on it, Eric, when he was over, I said to him, try Golden Pride, you'll never ever see it again. Didn't have it on cask, they had a bottle of it, and he just like hammered his way through. I was like, mate, that's 8.5%. He just like nailed it. And he said it's one of the best beers he's had out here.
Wow.
He also bought their special reserve as well, which is £10 bottle, and I was like, you won't see that. The number 5 special reserve. So
they're the sort of beers you got to buy.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm kicking myself because I saw one of those in Germany for like €10 and I didn't pick it up.
It's just 10 quid over here for number 5.
Yeah. No.
Number 1 is about 100, and they had the Imperial Stout as well, and I was like, you could buy that, but I had the Imperial Stout a couple of weeks back, and it wasn't brilliant. I didn't find it fantastic. It's okay. As Imperial Stouts go.
I loved it first time round when it first came out. I absolutely love that Fuller's Imperial Stout. I don't get Waitrose to take advantage of that, like that $3.99 kind of bargain.
Yeah, I bought it for £8 or so.
So you weren't that bothered by it this time?
I wasn't blown away by it. I think I've had quite a lot of really good Imperial Stouts recently. Well, I haven't had many Imperial Stouts, but I had good Imperial Stouts recently. And then it kind of sat amongst them, and it was good, but it wasn't. It was. I'd happy have it again, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It was
super
good.
super high
It
quality.
was good, but it wasn't quite Carling.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid saying that. That's
Yeah.
What is they?
No, well, extra cold.
good, but it wasn't quite 3.7%.
I'm just currently drinking this. It's
Classic beer.
Tyre from Everard's, and not a fan.
Yep, not surprising.
Warning signs when it's actually called a copper ale.
Does it taste like pennies?
Yeah, it's just it's very mineral-like. That's like sort of like filtered water almost. I don't know, it's weird. It's
Liquid pennies.
it's so inoffensive as well. I don't know. It's just
Sounds offensive.
yeah, I've never seen it before, so I thought I'd give it a go. And
Well, yeah, you see it all the time, obviously here because we're not very far away from it. But in fact, I think I've got an Everard's glass as well. But they changed the pump. They changed the pump clip on it recently, and they changed the bottle design of it recently as well. I think recently, about a year or two ago. But it amuses me when you see it in Wetherspoons, for example. It says a copper-coloured copper ale, and it's like it's just brilliant. I've got to love it. And they do the same
Flavored with copper. That's why.
Yeah. They do the same with golden. They do like a golden-coloured golden ale. Like what? If it was a golden ale, like what colour would it be?
Yeah.
Golden.
It says it in the title already.
A stout.
Just all about the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's what's it's copper-coloured copper ale, isn't it?
it's a copper ale. I love a copper ale.
That's what it is like.
Drinky, you fucking knob.
Can't get enough of those copper ale.
You spent, man.
Oh, there's another part of that copper ale, I tell you. It tastes like copper.
Oh, lovely. Fucking gorgeous.
What a reek Bobby Dazzle that was.
Don't Barnsley Brewery do a Bobby Dazzler?
Oh, they do.
Someone up there does.
Is that still going?
Would have been
Is
last.
the brewery still going?
I don't know. I think the last time I would have had that was about 2014, something like that.
Yeah.
From
Get the kite as well. That was another winner from
Yes.
the Barnsley Brewery. Barnsley Brewery won that all brewed by Wentworth.
Yeah, possibly. I used to buy it from Hops in a Bottle, which was a bottle shop in Mansfield. But of all places to go, Mansfield. I love how it's just other places you get something field, whatever. Mansfield. They're just so adventurous with the name. It's a field belonging to a man. Macclesfield,
Field
no,
full of
Mansfield.
Beaconsfield.
Sutton Coldfield, no, Mansfield. Yeah.
So yes, I've just jumped on Rate Beer. Yes, so the Barnsley Brewing Company was brewed by Wentworth. And I didn't realise Wentworth were in Rotherham. I thought they were down in kind of like Midlands or something.
No.
It's Rotherham, which is not too far away.
Not too far
On
from
Rate Beer,
Sheffield.
it's classed as an ESB.
Really?
And would anybody like to take a guess at on Rate Beer for Barnsley Beer Company's Bobby Dazzler?
24. I'm going to say 24.
He's going 24.
And 78 for style, something like that.
I'm going to go that specific, but I'm just going overall. Okay, we'll do both. Oh, no, we'll do both because that makes it even more entertaining. So you're going 27 and what for style?
74.
Did venture a guess?
I'll go 54 and 36.
54 and 36. Okay, right. So okay. To venture a guess, the Rate Beer rating for Barnsley Brewing Company's Bobby Dazzler.
No, I'm not. No,
Bobby
not
Dazzler.
bothered. Not
Are you
bothered.
not bothered? All right, he's not even joining in. He's turned to one side. Jake, what are you going to venture for?
What we doing? I've just been for a piss.
The
Nice.
brewing company.
Copper-
Bobby Dazzler.
Copper
What
ale.
do you think its rating is?
Two. What's the rate? What ratings? Is it 2.2?
No, it's out of 100.
Oh, 100 on rate beer.
45.
It's got.
45.
Oh, I'm saying 45.
45. Okay. So I'm glad to tell you that the overall rating is 11.
Oh my god, that's bad.
It's 11. And
That's
for style, one for style.
Any rating?
Wonderful.
Is that 11? 11?
Overall rating. But how's the Bobby Dazzler?
How many people?
What style is Bobby Dazzler?
The stroke ESB it's saying on here.
Oh, and it's got a 1. So what does it taste like then that it gets a 1 in style?
Shite.
Yeah.
Twiggy.
If it was shite, it'd be 99.
Oh yeah.
I should have said shite.
How many reviews has it had? How many ratings?
It's had. Where are we?
11?
21.
Oh, wow.
I'd be fucking worried to find my review on it.
There's
See
some
what's
quality.
on it.
I'm just looking at the names. I mean, if anybody is familiar with the Barnsley Brewing Company, you probably saw these beers in magazines over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
5 years ago, something quality stuff. Which is a quality name. Carlisle. If you know what a Carlisle is. Howl. Get the Kite, which is a good one. Nutty Slack.
Nutty Slack.
Nutty Slack. There's a beer from Prospect Brewery in Standish called Nutty Slack.
Shut the Gob.
Fair enough.
Ale Over. It's a good one. Favorite. Ronnie's Cock.
Roy's what?
Ronnie's own cock. Oh, lovely, Ronnie's own cock. I'm going to post that in the chat at the side so you can, if you want to realise. So Ronnie's own cock, 3 overall and 64 for style as a golden stroke blonde ale. So I'm sure there's people watching at the moment who are.
You want to look at Ronnie's old cock?
Look at Ronnie's old cock. I'll post you another link for that as well if you're interested. On the comments, because we've got loads, mainly from one person, which is called Maywe. But thank you very much. Saying Stoker Grandma is here. Oh, this is Grandma. The only people who were saved during the cholera outbreak in London were the ones who only drank beer. There you go. So in 1854, Broad Street outbreak, the brewery workers were saved. Oh, so beer saves lives. What about beer labels themselves? I like beer bottle labels. I think that's a good subject to come back to. Somebody remind me of
this
that.
one.
You should be on telly. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. What do you think about that, lads? We should be on Top Gear.
Babe Station.
Yeah.
Beer station.
Cameraman.
Victoria Beckham buys beer? Question mark. I think there's some good questions there, so put these in the memory bank. What's the oldest beer you've ever drank? Which we can get back to that one. Pale beer into significance. Who I like the best. It's like you're a One Direction. You're like beer One Direction band. I don't know who Mate We is, but I think you're a wonderful person so far. Anything underhand is probably Paul. No, Christmas cake is evil. I agree with that. If you had to pick one, if I had to pick one of you to marry, it's hard to decide. Go. The blonde one is cute, but the ginger one, but so is the ginger one. It's Craig the ginger. I don't.
Who's the copper knob?
It's probably the lighting.
I don't know. Maybe Jake. That specific lighting might be the ginger one, or Harry. I don't know if you're the glowing orb behind your head. We don't have a. I don't think we've got a specific. Craig's slightly auburn.
That's a hat. That's a hat.
Just a hat.
But there you go. So, but anyway, apparently, so
I very much appreciate that. Thank you.
And so, and then Jesse 74, which is Jess Wells, isn't it? It just says horse blanket out of nowhere, which is wonderful. I'm sure it had relevance when you first said it. And then maybe says, "Who would you pick, Jesse?" Kent is sort of serious and cool. There you go.
Yeah.
Craig, you're serious and cool.
Could not think of much more fitting words.
Discussing. We're not really discussing any beers at the moment. I'm drinking halves. Now we are here. I think on Carling at the moment.
I'm not. I've moved on. I've moved on.
I'm not drinking.
I'm on the Hopstar.
It's on the Hopstar.
I'm on that at the moment. I found it. I didn't know I had it.
No.
Beavertown Monster Pale. Forgot I had it. Found it. Drinking it. Boom.
Nice.
Peter,
I'm still on.
what are you enjoying there? Everard's Tiger.
Everard's Tiger.
People.
It's not just a copper ale; it's a perfectly balanced copper ale.
It's one of those copper ales.
Yeah, copper-coloured copper ale.
Yeah. It's sort of that perfect blend of copper roof and copper coin.
Nice. Nicked
Copper feel.
And I'll just briefly continue. There's not many left. Maywee says Kent looks like a French guy. And then just the next bit, which I love, is just in capitals, Tiger. Love it. You're all gorgeous. It's copper, isn't it? Me. Is that what you were meant? Oh, lovely skin. Style is important. Just lovely. Oh, this is you're the best commenter ever.
From a distance. Yeah. From a distance.
Until you touch it.
Until we get close.
Just lovely, guys.
Just realise all our faces look like sweaty ball bags. Feel like.
Can you let us know before you have a piss break? I was worried. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Going for to many beer festivals next week. To go to the Manchester Beer Festival. I thought that was this week. And the Cameron one, which is really good. I'd love to have gone.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. But
it's a really good.
Could not afford, really, especially with the chaos that there's Paul coming over.
Likewise, yeah. And then Jesse 74 says Manchester Beer Festival, and then Mountain Centennial. Yes, you can't go wrong with it. Mountains, very pleasant. But whoever Maywee is my favourite commenter of the evening.
You may. She seemed to really. I assume it's a girl, but she seemed to really latch on for the fact I went for a piss. She put breaking news. Jake went for a massive beer urination.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe not.
When nature calls, I answer.
Indeed.
If I find people's channels, try and figure out how they are, because I just suspect it's somebody else up to no good. Lee Russell.
It's always Paul. It's always Paul.
Yeah.
Who the ginger one is? Who's the ginger one? I think maybe Harry.
Yeah, it probably is me. There is a touch of ginger me anyway.
Is there?
I do smell slightly of wee.
Well, there'll be a touch of ginger soon.
3.
Oh, cannot wait.
So I'm sure because it will appear on film extensively in March when the wonderful Paul Hughes makes his pilgrimage over to the UK. Well, I mean, I know a bunch of us are going to be around on the 9th. Chester.
Yeah, I think
plans?
he's coming down to Birmingham on the Wednesday as well. I'll probably meet up with him. I don't know if he's staying the night, but if he is, because he wants to meet Dean, and I presume Dean's got the day off, but I will be delivering as per usual.
Dean's coming up on the 9th as well, apparently.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get it off. If I can't get it off, then I will be just driving up in the evening, that fun drive up, and then just staying somewhere local, or staying probably in the same hotel, and then.
Well, I think didn't Paul say he's got like a 6-bedroom hotel room or something like that? He's done something outrageous.
Yeah, he said I didn't know if anyone was jumping in that room with him or anything.
Brave enough, or
yeah, I'm ready. I'm prepared for anything.
I think it's just like an outbuilding somewhere.
Yeah,
it's like a rentable garage kind of like storage unit.
Yeah, plenty of axes.
Cold store.
Like
yeah. Wipe down.
Take plenty of earplugs.
Durex.
Well,
he'll be up to
something else, but
yes. Yeah, so he's talking that he wants to go to Buxton, which I might be tempted to. Everyone else is fancying a mosey over to Buxton because it's all.
I don't know if I could do each day a new beer adventure, but I might try and see if I can spend a few days in Manchester and then maybe one day trip as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he's at Harry's on, and he's going to be in Manchester on Friday because that's when Dean and
that's when I'm home to come up.
I think. Yeah, are you coming up on Friday as well? I think that's like Cloudwater and wherever else on the Friday.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was a Saturday. Okay.
Friday.
Can't remember. We'll have to.
You might be right. Actually, it might be Saturday.
Sorry, phrase.
Are they open? Friday, then? I thought it was just Saturday. Are they?
Sunday the 5th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sunday the 5th he arrives.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could arrange something with Cloudwater or something if they could. If it's arranged for a day they're not open.
Oh no, they open most days at the moment. I think.
I remember when they just used to do Saturdays, if I remember correctly.
We're at the brewery. Barrel Stores all game now. Friday, Saturday. I think even Sunday a little bit as well.
I've never been to Cloudwater. Have they just got the one bar, or do they have like a separate bar as well?
Yeah, it's actually it's out the back of Piccadilly Station in one of the arches. It's the Barrel Store. It literally is the Barrel Store. It's not called the Barrel Store. It is literally their Barrel Store. So because I guess Harry will know more about this. Once you put beer in a barrel, it's classed as kind of sold beer, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's no longer kind of like it's gone through its fermentation.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't.
You can
in a big can in the bar.
You'll still get a little bit. So sometimes you'll get a little bit of ABV increase from what it may take, but
technicalities of like paying duty essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
So essentially, what lines most of this railway arch is oak barrels. Oh, some have, some haven't. But the ones who have got like airlocks in have.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like fermenting away, aging, and then there's a little bar and tables. Temporary tables that they put out. They might be making something in the where the brewery is, but I don't know how far they've got with that. If we are meeting there on a Friday or Saturday, we'll be there straight away. get a seat.
I'm
10 o'clock.
trying to
Go back to
make my way up there for Friday afternoon, and then try and find somewhere or with Paul or whatever.
St. Paul's.
Craig,
Penthouse department.
Yeah, it's like right by Piccadilly is where he is.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
100. Yeah, it's 122 for a night for a 1-bed apartment. It's pretty good.
I thought you said it was like a 5-bedroom apartment. 5-bed apartment.
I think he said like well, I don't know, I may be wrong, but I thought he said something like a 2-bed or like a 1-bed apartment with 2 beds, which are kind of like the worst. But yeah, it's pretty cheap either way. If you were to look at getting your own place.
Well, there you go.
Is he staying up? Like, is he going? Is his flight on the Sunday? Or
Sunday to Sunday? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'll stay up both the Friday night, Saturday night then.
I'm meeting him at the airport, so I'll be spending probably the first day there. Probably just go to a few of the local pubs nearby, like the Joseph Holt or JW Lee's owned ones.
Where
are
are
a bit of a crawl.
What, in Manchester?
Just to settle in.
From the airport, in Piccadilly. So you're into the airport, train direct to Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah.
There's Piccadilly Tap.
He wants to do cask first, doesn't he?
He wants to do quite a bit of that.
Oh right. Oh.
He wants to start off from
I
cask.
have to think a bit harder about that. Where's a decent gas pub?
Yeah. I think he just wants to go to any pub that he finds. Like, the more traditional and run down, the better for Paul.
There's a few down there.
I think it'd be
7-foot mammoth metalhead American guy sat in it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Seeing Paul in a very traditional Manchester pub.
I've got my friend John, who used to be for one of the many Great Manchester camera branches. He did part of Manchester Beer Week last year. He did a tour of historical Manchester pubs, so we can figure out where they are.
That's cool.
And so they're all kind of like, it's like this place, but there's one called the British Reliance or something like that, which is just really old-fashioned pub. I love beer's okay in there, but it's really, pub hasn't changed for a long time. Kind of near Deansgate, if you're familiar with Deansgate.
Yeah.
It'd probably be wanting to do a lot of Fuller's bottles and stuff like that as well. I guess he's just going to gorge on them, which is easy to get.
Peter's very familiar with Oxford Road, where Day and Night is. Yeah. Really good Robinson's pub on there, a bit further up on the same side as the road as. Yeah, it's a really good Robinson's pub. Okay. Yeah, and then a bit further up, there's Feeney as well.
But I've seen it, yeah.
Crown and Kettle, just over at Junction as well.
Okay, yeah.
Really good pub. They've got some good beer in there as well, but it's a really good old-fashioned pub. I love that place as well. But yeah, it's going to be
sounds good.
It's going to be a fun time. But yeah, I'll come up for Buxton and maybe nights. Fun time.
Just to say, folks, I'm going to shoot off because I've got to be up in 5 hours, so I've got to shoot off, and I'll see you all another time.
Take care, mate.
See you all probably
see you later. Take care, mate.
Cool.
Pleasure.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely I'll join you for Buxton and maybe subsequent 2 nights, but I'm not sure if I want to share apartment now. You're like, oh yeah, it's like 5 bedrooms. Palatial kind of like penthouse suite or something, and now he's got a fucking
risk it on the cheap.
And just before, I don't know if she's going, but so May Wee said, I love you guys, made my night. Good luck with your channel. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, may we.
May we. Sounds like a Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, may we.
And apparently I look French as well. So there you go.
We were going more, Bill Gates, but whatever. That's just me.
Well, you're closest to France because you live in Kent.
Yeah.
Exactly. You are the most Parisian of the lot.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't drink.
Can I like make it to Buxton? I would strongly recommend it.
What day is that? What are you
Fucking
doing?
I'm going in October to Buxton. We're going up to Derbyshire for a family holiday, and I've reserved a day to go to Buxton.
It's really good.
I just want to sit there.
Is that just a Jake day?
Yeah, just a little personal day.
Yeah.
and anyone else who wants to come with me.
Yeah, I'll go eventually, but I probably won't be doing it when. Depends what day.
I'm not sure I'll be. I don't know if I could afford to do it in March.
With Hop City and stuff.
I think I'd like to come and meet Paul. I think the only day I'd be able to do it is the Saturday because I've got like a new job, so it's sort of frowned upon to take holiday sort of thing in the first like 3 months. It's like, yeah, I was gonna take loads of holiday.
Right.
But yeah, but if you're all still doing stuff on the Saturday, it'll come up on that day.
Yeah, that's the main drinking day, really.
Yeah. Are you going to stay the night, Craig, on the Saturday? Or
I've got to clear it first with significant other. So
yeah,
she doesn't know yet.
She doesn't know. Yeah. Let me know how you do, and then I'll do the same, and we'll it's just hotel and stuff. It's like we can always share though.
Yeah, it's just when it's close to Hop City, it's like shit. I'm not going to do this, but I want to do it. I really want to.
Yeah.
So
yes, it's a bit shit. That's the same month, isn't it?
Yeah. It would have been good if it had been the same time as Hop City, but that's out of Paul's hands. So just done it all in one.
Just stay up for a bit longer.
Yeah, like
stop going back.
Like 3 weeks.
Go off the grid for a bit.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah, I wouldn't try and make it up, but yeah, Saturday's the only day I could do really, and I don't know how possible it's going to be. But it'd be good because I want to meet like Peter and the flesh and everything.
Yeah. Indeed.
Paul, of course.
What do you reckon about Hop City, Peter? Do you reckon you're going to be able to?
Well, I don't know how much I can say now, but I could be actually somewhat involved. Let's just leave it at that with Hop City. See how that pans out.
It's not bad a price for one session for the Saturday or something. Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, well, we could talk about off air because I'm not sure how
public it is.
Yeah, but even if that thing doesn't happen, I'll definitely be in Leeds.
If you Adam and Eve it. Speak of the devil and he will appear.
Are you saying we're going to have raunchy, horrible sex with each other and others? Because it's true. It's true.
A hello would have been nice, Paul.
Share a room with you. Jake, yeah?
I don't start with hello. I go right into it. Let's get into this conversation. Unfortunately, I was only watching the ho, 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 ho. And so I didn't really get to join in with the laugh as you guys had it because it was the weird reception thing. And I was just like, I thought I missed something at first. And then it said, cut this. Everyone's laughing and pissing themselves. I was like, oh, okay. I got it. We're good.
It was literally just because of that noise. That was the only reason.
That's what we found so funny.
Oh, yeah. And I had to tell Rob, I was like, oh, that bastard. Now I got that thing in my head. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm like, get it out of my head. Yeah, I picked up some beers on the way. I picked up 2 6-packs. I picked out Canalpas.
Look what I've got!
Canalpas, yeah.
Got my nuppers.
Yeah.
Canalpa.
I bought the Blood Orange IPA from Victory. I saw that there with agave. Ooh. And then I picked up a 6er of.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
We had that last year in the UK. It was like £18 a can.
Yeah.
It was $13 a can here. So they had 6, so I bought 6. I just bought whatever they had. I didn't see a price tag. I just grabbed them all. I'm like, there you go.
Stupidly good.
Brilliant.
It is very
Peter,
good.
have you had this yet? But you have the regular one.
I've had the regular version, but not the barrel aged.
Okay, I'll throw this one in a sock and throw it in the luggage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm gonna crack open this one just yet. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go try the agave first before I wreck the palate on bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts.
Mm-hmm.
It will happen. I'm just transitioning.
I'm
transitioning. Mm-hmm. Ding dong. Where the hell's Harry at?
He's gone.
He's just gone. You just missed him. He's up in 5 hours. I think what's he doing?
I think it's like an airport run or something like that.
Yeah, the airport run. Yeah.
He's taking his parents to the airport, maybe.
He's delivering something.
He's up at his mum down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He just met up with Eric today, I guess. Eric from Eric Alliance fan, and Eric Alliance fan posted a picture of a really beautiful looking, like rustic as fuck pub, which looked amazing. And then he showed me this pub/theater in Birmingham that looked absolutely breathtaking. So I'd like to check out both of those places.
Yeah, I don't know if he went to the Fuller's pub, which used to be an old bank.
It looks really nice, actually. I'm looking at photographs of it.
It's a brilliant place.
I wanted to go to a Fuller's pub, and as soon as they said there was one in Birmingham, I'm like, fuck London. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Hey, fuck London. Yay. Because I didn't I didn't like the idea of all the traffic and chaos and everything.
And London prices as well.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic's fine.
Traffic's fine, especially when you don't drive.
Get on a bus.
You're in a bus, yeah. It's like you can't.
Just walk. Just walk instead. It's easier.
Piggyback.
Get the tube.
Bareback. Yeah, it was a London. Oh, it was a London Price. Surprised there isn't kind of a Fuller's clone called London Price instead of London Pride. Ooh. It's not the greatest, but it's drinkable. Yeah. Ta-da. Mm-hmm.
So we were just talking about all your travels, actually, just before you got here.
Yeah. Very excited.
Your plans.
My plans are
arrive on Sunday.
Manchester. Yep. Arrive on Sunday. Hang out with Peter as much as humanly possible. Kind of just relax for the first day or whatever. See the sights. Go to any kind of local pubs or whatever. Basically splurge as much money as possible. And Seaman Peter, calm down. As much money as possible, and just enjoy everything I can. And then, of course, driving town probably like a Wednesday, something like that, hitting like Birmingham. Hopefully meeting up with Dean, maybe Harry will stop in, stuff like that. Then I know the big consensus is the 9th, the Friday the 9th is basically, Cloudwater, beer hangout, share chaos in the hotel, that kind of thing. And I'm open to any suggestions, so I don't have any kind of schedule. It's whatever feels good. Yeah, let's go do that. Fuck it. That's basically it.
Best way sometimes, just go with the flow.
And I got a hotel room for an open invitation. Whoever wants to hang out with us the whole week or whatever. I have an open invitation because I got a hotel room that'll sleep 6 fucking people, just in case we had a massive beer hangout and people were too pissed to drive home. I'm like, good, stay here. Be safe, be happy, be drunk. And I promise I'll only touch Peter. I didn't say whose. But there you go. See what you did there.
Oh dear.
And I bought a brand new leather coat, and I bought a brand new pair of boots. So I'm very excited. Hit the list. I just paid off all my credit cards and shit like that. So I'm like kind of like getting shit that I've wanted for years. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, finally a new coat. I bought my very first pair of Doc Martens. Because
Very nice.
you know, mine was always you know, all the boots that I had were, you know, whatever, but they were all like discount, bargain, dollar store. There you go, they're boots. Whatever. They just basically paint your feet black and like, hey, you got boots on. You know? So now I got actually a pair of fucking Doc Martens for the first time, so I'm excited. It was a real pain in the ass finding my size, but I got there.
Those are the type you'll get cheaper. They're the ones that kind of hang around.
The discounted
The
dusty
size is
ones?
that.
Yeah, that's what my mom would get this thing, and it would come out, and there'd be like an inch of dust on it. Like, oh, okay, good. What's inside here? Oh, there you go. Yeah, we've definitely done that. There's one pair in the back people forgot about. Rats live in there. You know, I hate to kick them out of the house, but you know, fuck off. I need those boots. Oh,
You've got no soul, man.
I've got no soul. Well, duh. I've sold that for cheap tranny sex years ago. That's fine. This blood orange IPA, it's not the greatest thing in the world as far as IPAs go, the bombasticness, but there is that hint of blood orange in the back. The agave dries your palate out just enough, but overall, it's not bombastic, but it is balanced, and it's drinkable as fuck. So, bing bing to victory on that one. Yeah,
I do like fruited IPAs.
I know. I drink fast.
Victory, they kind of produce beers that are quite accessible.
Accessible, easy drinking, this and that, nothing too crazy. Victory had beers that were not so accessible and not so normal and balanced, and they were amazing, and they got rid of them, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? Because they're mainstays, but like in the mainstay market, if you go to their bomber section back in the day before, you know, it was Sixers this and all this and blah blah blah. You got Hop Wallop, which is a crazy, like, imperial, malty as fuck, but huge imperial IPA. You had a Baltic Porter. You know what I mean? They used to have that. And then, well, I mean, the Golden Monkey's always been around. You know, so, but they're Hop Wallop by Victory, and then, you know, like the Red Thunder, and then they had, like, it was a Baltic Thunder, and then they started doing like Red Thunder when they barrel aged the Baltic Porters. They were doing some really crazy shit, and then they tapered off for a few years, and now I notice they're starting to release random things now and again, like the Celine or like the Java Cask. Now they're starting to get, but for a while there, they were kicking Trogue's butt, hardcore style, with the craziness, because Trogue's was stagnant for years. Now Trogue's is actually surpassing them, in my opinion. Because they're starting to do new things and bringing out stuff. So PA's changed a lot, but PA also gained probably like 30 to 40 mainstay huge breweries in the last 5 years too. Easy. Just breweries are popping up everywhere now. And actually, I guess there's I don't know, polls. I don't know if they're accurate or not. It said something like the per capita or whatever, like PA is producing the most beer in America. That could be a fucking falsified document. I don't know, but I was like, "Hey, fuck yeah, woo!" Like 2% of it's good, but whatever.
Yeah, I looked on that shop you mentioned, it's Craft Shack. I looked on that website this afternoon, and they're like, "I've heard of none of these breweries."
Here's the funny thing: is a person from Millville, sad world we live in, was actually so desperate she was watching my videos. And we started talking, and then basically, like, you know, she's like, "Well, what do you mean you can't get this? I can get this because it's available on this." And back in the day, I don't know, you know about American laws, but Pennsylvania was off the charts. You could not ship beer into Pennsylvania at all. Alcohol was not allowed, right? So you go to these amazing websites where people are ordering beer from, and PA, you literally cannot select it. It's blacked out. You can't select PA for your shipping address. You know what I mean? But they see like now apparently they just passed the law where you can do that now. And Craft Shack, I checked it out. I am literally every beer I haven't had, I'm going to put in a fucking add to the cart. I am going to rape them in the most loving way possible. Because I literally paid off a $10,000 credit card. Game on. Fuck you, game on. I'm doing this. Because if I see an Imperial stuff that's barrel aged, I'm buying it. I don't care if it's $50 a bottle. I'm buying it. I don't care. Because some of the stuff on there, I love a bottle that just looks sexy. If you know what I mean, like the design of this, like Fremont Brewing Company just looks sexy as hell. And they have a couple other Saint Angoire or whatever, and there's another brewery, and I'm like, your bottles just look so sexy. I don't care if you're saying it. I need to buy it now. So I'm doing it. Actually, you guys were talking earlier about CBS and possibly me bringing some. I was going to bring some CBS. I'm not sure if it would be easier for me to order stuff online and just ship it to Peter so he has it, or me lugging it in my suitcase, because I don't know how customs are overseas with that kind of stuff. I know over here it's fine. You know, I could pack up my suitcase, throw it on the plane, and you're good. So I'm going to throw a bottle of CBS in my luggage, but, excuse me, I thought it would be a good idea to pick like a really good localized shipping area where you live for beer. Buy a couple crazy bottles of whatever, ship them over to Peter so we have them. Guaranteed, you know.
Well, it depends how much you're planning to bring. I mean, when I went to California, I brought back like 14 kind of beers in total, kind of like stuff. So depends how much you're bringing. Yeah. No, well, it depends how much you're bringing. I mean, it's like got intent to supply.
Yeah, okay. Are we talking about cases, or what are we talking about here?
My friend Craig, who was one of the guys in the UK on Rate Beer, when he goes on holiday to America, he takes an entire separate Samsonite trunk, two-sided thing, and he has like a ridiculous like honeycomb setup where he slots in to bring back, and he'll bring back like an entire case just full of beer, can barely move it. So I mean, as long as you're not bringing over fucking like cases, just bottles.
Yeah, I brought back.
For me, it's always been just the concern of it smashing.
No, yeah. Well, I wrapped mine in all my socks and towel. Well, the girlfriend that I had at the time filled my luggage full of towels for some reason. I'm like, these are not mine. Like, she's like, it's fine. I'm like, whatever. You're not paying for an asshole. And then, so I wrapped everything in towels and socks, and everything I did though, just for that little extra protection, I made sure that all the stuff that went in the luggage was also like wax topped, because I didn't want the cap coming off or anything crazy. You know what I mean? But that all went great. It was like 9 22-ounce, you know, or some were 750s, but about 9 bottles. And they went fine through customs. They went fine through they weren't damaged or anything. And then she shipped the rest of the beer back to me when she got home, because I went to the Marina Market. You know how it is when you get into a new bottle section in a new store or whatever, and you see a bunch of stuff that you've never seen before. You just feel like your eyes get real big, and you're like, oh, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, well, I'm also very impulsive. And I went to the Marina Market 3 times when I was there. The first time I went there, the bill was $510. So I kind of went overboard a little bit. I'm a little bit impulsive. See, it just works that, you know. I apologize a lot. No, fuck you. And then, you know, whatever. But that's the thing. And I plan on doing that in England, unfortunately. Like I know, plan to fail. I plan on doing that. So let's just say Friday night, and then Saturday night, and then Sunday I fly out. So Friday, Saturday is drink the shit I bought nights. So have fun. Like, you know, like, so you don't even need to bring beer if you don't want, because I'll have lots. Yeah, exactly. Hey, did you ever hear a Guinness Gauntlet? How about a 12 different beers I don't know what it is gauntlet? Let's go. Like, who can just go whoop? Yeah. chug, 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 chug. Because it's more about fun at that point in time.
Yes,
And
it's going to be messy.
It's gonna get messy, people. Let's not. Yeah. You're gonna have to wear your Gallagher towels. It's gonna get messy. But yeah, as far as your previous conversation about bloopers, every fucking beer review I've ever done is a blooper. Every single one. Mm-hmm. Sadly, the one that I didn't get a chance to post onto YouTube that I wanted to, I posted it in a clip on a couple things on Facebook, is when that beer literally exploded and exploded and exploded all over my kitchen. I really wish I posted that whole 9-minute video of me screaming and swearing and cleaning up the mess. Unfortunately, I really wish I did, but I lost it when I had to turn my old phone in after the car crash. So, oh well.
I've got a review where it went everywhere when I was in Portugal.
Oh yeah.
I'll be posting. Yeah, it went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
No good. Not good. I went to your place.
I think everyone's video wasn't the explosion; it was the weird laugh I made after it happened. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
good.
It was quite maniacal.
Like or something like that. You know, it was like, whatever. Yep. Well, that's good. I am. Actually, I think Peter actually in a message sent it to me. He used the word correctly, stupidly, and I was like, yes, I am stupidly excited about going to England.
Oh yes,
yes, like hardcore geeking out. Stupid.
I'm excited, and I'm also worried.
You should be. You should be, especially when I get to Birmingham and go to the axe throwing bar. Yeah, because I am stupidly excited about that too. Yeah. So I said
well, that's all on Harry. That one.
Yeah. Well, that's all on that's Harry. I mean, that's all you, dude. But yeah, with the one guy's like, "Well, I hope you have fun in England." I said, "By word fun, I think you mean international incident." You know, so I was like, I hope to get on CNN at some point in time. That means you made it. You know what I mean? You know you had a good time. Drunken man uses pedestrians as targets at axe throwing bar. Drunken American, you know, that kind of thing. Like, whoa, made it, ding dong. Yeah, but I'm
You'll be surprised what you get away with being.
What's that?
You'll be surprised what you get away with.
Oh, really?
Just by being American.
Well, you know what? One thing I won't get away with is I want to go to like a crazy bar, pub, or whatever, and I want to order something in a baby sham glass and see if I get punched or not. It's gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Huh. You know,
maybe not Manchester.
No, not Manchester. No, if I would, let's go up to York or whatever and see what happens.
So maybe it's something slightly more rural for that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It might get a bit rough in Manchester.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only gay here
in the village.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only gay in the village.
As long as you. But as it turns out, where we are staying in Manchester is not far away from the gay village. So
yep,
good.
That's your end of your Saturday night.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm good. I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
What time?
I
on the Sunday going back. Is it morning?
It's 9 a.m. 9 a.m. flight out.
Oof.
Right.
I'll make it.
Yeah. You might not want to get too drunk.
And if I don't, fuck it. You know, don't worry. They'll make sure I make it out. Let's just say that. You know, by the end of that, like this guy needs to get on that plane and get the fuck out of my country right now. it's gonna be one of those kind of deals. I always said I wanted to go to Japan like forever, but I said they're gonna know what I want as soon as I get there. They're gonna take me off the plane in handcuffs. They're gonna put me in the jail. And when I'm time to go, they're going to take me out of jail, put me back on the plane, and say, no, fuck off. That's what they're going to do. Yeah. I want to replay everything I've seen on the internet because that's what I think Japan is. And apparently it's not. Oh, that's not normal? I'm sorry. I thought squids go there. I didn't know.
Well, I'm gonna take this offline now because I need to go to bed.
Bedtime?
Pleasure, Jen.
Oh, thank you for
but
inviting
I'll
me
leave
too,
you
Rob.
to chat away. Everybody who's joined in tonight. Well, I think it's Paul. Really, I'm sure it's Paul. He's a devious son of a bitch. Oh, are you Maywee? Who's the ginger one?
Who's the ginger one? What?
I'm not sure if I believe him. Anyway.
No.
I didn't say anything about gingers. I just said something about covering things with lime. I don't know what's going on. So it's not me.